Hello,
Jansen, where's your drink?
It's right here.
Goddamn right.
How are you, Jansen?
I'm alive and kicking. How are you, Frank?
Well, if I was any better, sir, it'd be a sin.
It's good to hear, man.
I just watched Tales From The Crypt, so I'm not good.
episode.
Say
What?
again.
Well, Frank lucked out. You have to watch half of this shit episode.
And then the parts that I did watch, I ran out of the bathroom screaming like a girl.
Exactly.
And then I came back in. She was even worse, and I passed right out. Down. I can't see that stuff, man. Like when my kid's born, I'm gonna pass right out. I'm gonna have a concussion, be in the hospital longer than she is.
You don't need to be there for it.
Then she's like, "You're gonna cut the umbilical cord." I'm like, "No."
The machete. Just go for it, man.
I'm like,
Edge clippers.
I'm like, can you warn me when they're about to do it so I can turn away?
Yeah, I told my wife if we have a kid, I'll be right up there next to your head, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's
Not
like
going down any further.
Yeah, it's like you can scream at me. It's my fault all you want, as long as I don't have to see the carnage down that end.
I'm just curious. What if he showed up with a catcher's mitt? Do you think she'd freak out?
Well, you don't bring one?
You start punching
Right.
really hard.
I mean,
I would think so.
I think the hospital has like a lost and found with a bunch of them, so you're fine.
Yeah, well, like I was a first baseman, close enough. I figure I was bringing that.
My dad delivered me, and he might as well have bought a baseball mitt because I came out in like 10 minutes.
What do you do? Reach in there and grab you?
No, the
Yeah,
doctor
Heather
wasn't
on-
there, so he delivered me.
The doctor wasn't there.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
That's hardcore.
know.
Why not?
I have no idea. He just told me that the doctor was like, he couldn't get there in time. All he had was him and a nurse, and he's like, he was in nursing school at the time, so he's like, fuck it, I'm delivering him.
Doctor couldn't be. What were you born in the 40s where the doctor did home visits?
Dude, listen, I don't know what time of day it was. I don't have
You did
all
get the
answers.
message from the Pony Express.
I was there. It's not like I can remember any of it, so I don't have the whole fucking story. Jesus.
The telegraphs were down that day.
And like, to be fair, Phoenix, those three chicks did like perform C-sections on each other in that dude's attic for like 18 years. So it's possible.
Also, I'm younger than every single one of you, so fuck you. Okay?
I was a bus driver abducting kids and shit. It's disgusting.
Sounds like a good
Anyway,
time.
let's start.
I'll go back to that story. What was that about?
Of violence, nudity,
Don't
and
indulge
mature
him.
Subject matter. Parental discretion is advised.
LIW from the Crypt review.
Yeah, I didn't say anything there because I listened to the episodes previously.
But you talked over now, so.
Oh, whatever.
Hello,
It's-
welcome to LIW Tales From The Crypt review episode 14. I'm Phoenix West.
Like,
I'm Jansen Carlin.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Dick it.
Okay, we're sticking with that.
Adam, you above me in my screen like I am in yours?
Yeah, it's the same for all of us.
Okay, just making sure. So,
Yeah, I point the wrong way every single time.
like Jansen, no, or I
Right?
meant to fuck that up, but I did. Yeah,
It's hard.
about what?
I don't know.
There we go. That's why I pointed at him.
This episode was amazing. I love the beginning. I thought the
Hold on. Pause, guys. Frank, I want you to tell me the first 15 minutes of this episode. Explain to me, scene by scene, what you liked, what you didn't like.
I like that my wife didn't eat a lot today, so as I was holding her hair for 15 minutes, there wasn't a lot coming out this time.
I don't remember that part.
Oh. I think he just played a trump card on you.
Sure he did.
You getting out of bed, or you still kind of done after that whole?
Let's just talk around him. So,
Would you like me to bring her in here and she
I don't need proof. Just
she'll
fuck-
go Phoenix, and then she'll walk
Probably
away.
would.
You know she will.
Yeah, she definitely will. She's done it before.
I know.
So today we
Either that or she'll throw a water ball at your head again.
Yeah.
Is Frank the Stephen Wright of the group? Because he's very chill.
I can get chiller. Where is that pen? No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't. No. I went a little bit too overboard last week. But I was very tired and under a lot of stress. But yeah, I wouldn't say him. Wait, Stephen. Oh, Stephen Wright, the guy on the couch during Half Baked the entire movie. Right on.
That's true. Yes, correct.
Yeah. So today we watched 614, 99 and 4400% pure horror.
That's
Wow.
fucking
Garbage title, by the way.
A John Frankenheimer movie, very similar title. Yeah.
We just got to shoehorn that guy in every episode.
That picture is more interesting than what we watched, sir.
Yeah.
No, they should have definitely come up with a better title. I bet you we could come up with a better title in about 5 minutes.
I was reading into it. Apparently, sorry, Richard.
Sorry, I was thinking of title. Whore on a Rope.
That's a better.
There you go.
Anything, literally anything. Smashing Bruce Davison in the skull with a soap rock.
Soap on a rope.
I was going to say eyeball on a. I got nothing.
Are you thinking of Twilight Zone? Because that's our next episode. Eyeball on TV monitor with some greasers.
Bruce Davison has the AIDS again.
There we go.
Phoenix, was I not right? Isn't it like one of the top 5 episodes ever?
So this episode, we'll talk about Twilight Zone when we get there. We gotta get through this bullshit first. So I was excited about the title. There's 5 of us. So let's kind of go one at a time.
What a letdown.
Because otherwise we're going to talk over each other nonstop. So we'll do kind of a roundtable thing. We'll do the corporate meeting where you pass the ball and talk about your feelings. So let's. Who wants to go first? Talk about the episode a little bit. How you felt about it?
First things first. I have a problem. This is empty.
That sounds like a problem you should have taken.
I think Dick should go first then, and we should get back to Jansen last so we can get up.
Okay.
And get the bottle.
Well, I don't have another bottle. That's the major problem. That's the second problem.
Dude, I had
Dude,
to go and get one today, and it was apple.
Dude. Uber Liquors. What are you doing?
What you need is a glass of instant smile.
Oh, good God. Kill me now.
No. What you need is a car of instant spirits to pull up in your driveway.
It's true. Frank, you were last. You were here last. What do you think about the second half of the episode?
I thought the second half of the episode almost made me do what my wife was doing 15 minutes before I got here. Disgusting.
She didn't. Oh, yeah.
Just disgusting. I can't do blood. I said it before. Cabin fever fucked me up for life. I can't do blood and gore and shit like that because it's just I just want to lose my lunch. I can't do it. Plus, I feel faint and shit, so I got to run away like a little girl and then go put a panton in real quick. Or is that what they're called? Panton? Panty liner. That's better. That's even funnier, actually. I had to go put a panty liner. Yeah, panty liner is funnier than panton. Whatever, those things.
Frank's stuck in a loop here about panties. So let's go to Adam. Let's go clockwise.
Wait, one quick thing. That surprises me about you, Frank. I thought you'd be into the gory stuff. I didn't know that about you.
Honestly, man. This
is not a good job for you to do.
I mean, there's gore where it's, like unbelievable gore, and then there's gore where it's like just like disgusting gore. Like The Thing, I love The Thing, but I know it's practical effects that look really great. Like I appreciate it for what I was looking for, but when I'm not looking at practical effects for, like it's just middling where it's like it's disgusting looking. It's not cool, disgusting looking. It's just disgusting looking. And
Was it
that's
just the last scene that did that for you?
No, Cabin Fever 10, 15 years.
I'm talking about this episode. What did it for you in this episode? Was it just the shower scene?
That's it.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that either.
I guess we can't remove any or review any of the Saw movies.
I tried to. I got through like the first half hour, the first one, and I've never went back.
Which is a real bummer because the story is actually pretty solid. Like blood and gore aside, the story is pretty sick.
We're gonna do Hostel next week. How do you feel about eyeballs being removed?
I got through an entire Hostel because I knew Quentin.
You might want to stay clear of Bone Tomahawk. That one made me wince.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was the one with the caterpillar?
Centipede.
It's a human centipede. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Human caterpillar sounds so much more tame.
Yeah,
It sounds like a show on the CW. You
That
know,
was adorable.
Human centipede makes you angry.
yeah, it's not gory, and it's like feed her. I'm like, don't feed her.
That's
Oh.
more that movie's more cringy than it is revolting.
Exactly. Like I can do cringe. I love cringe, but revolting, I can't do revolting. And Cabin Fever was an hour and a half of revolting that I remember.
I just find it real stupid. Cabin Fever.
Eli Roth will do that to you.
Yeah.
Who?
Eli Roth.
He's the writer director. He's a
Oh.
fucking loser.
I was gonna say, please don't ever say anything bad about Tim Roth in my presence, sir.
No, Eli Roth is like a failed Tarantino protege.
And that's why I could sit through Hostel, because Tarantino had his hands in Hostel. So
Eli Roth made that movie.
Eli Roth is the bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
He
Oh.
made those movies you can't stand.
Well, I like
Don't
him.
watch. Oh, Frank.
I
you should
like
watch
him for him.
Frank's he's a walking conundrum, all right? Just let him be.
Yeah. Look,
Green Inferno and just have a ball.
look, I don't pretend to understand why I feel the way I feel when I feel the way I feel when I feel it, but I feel it. And that made sense.
So Beck's done. So Adam, what do you feel about the episode?
that
way.
I hated it. I was so massively underwhelmed by what was going on. How many painting episodes are we going to endure, Phoenix? How many?
I think we're 5 out of 14 now.
Jesus Christ, find a new fucking topic already. It's not that hard. There are other things going on in the horror universe other than some haunted painting thing going on or something involving painters.
Hold on, Frank, 1 second. What was the addition the paintings did to this episode's story? I can't tell you at all.
A whole lot of fuck all, and it doesn't have any correlation with what was going on in the final reveal either. So
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand. It's just somebody that wrote these shows was an aspiring artist or a failed artist and wanted to let's work art into everything. Yeah, I don't know.
I can't draw a stick figure, so I don't get it.
I can't either, but I understand art. I've studied art. I know art. I've known artists. This episode would even piss off artists, I would think.
So you failed all those classes and still can't draw a stick figure? I mean, way to not apply yourself, Adam.
My mother was my mom was a commercial artist. I didn't inherit any of those skills. I can write and I can do stuff with computers, but I can't draw or paint.
Yeah, like my sister's extremely hyper creative like that with her hands and all that. She doesn't paint, but she like makes shit because she's a chick. That's what they do. But I mean, I'm the only musically inclined one in my entire family. I don't know where I got it from. But anyway, but the reason I raised my hand with the paintings thing is if you hate paintings, you're gonna love the Night Gallery.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm already starting to dread it. If this is any sign of what's coming,
it's Hippie Rod telling you the beginning of the story with a painting,
and then ugly 70s film that they used back then with everything super red and all has Victorian furniture and it's all about like vampires from it's so gross looking. I hate the Night Gallery.
Yeah, and
we gotta do every episode
with brain and when you're out the other type shit. That was the only episode I can really remember because it was
gallery than this shit.
I think the last time I watched Night Gallery is when we were in film school.
What, really?
Yeah. I remember I bought the box set back then and we watched some, but that was it.
Well, Guillermo del Toro was supposed to make that a movie, never happened.
Probably for the best.
Probably for the best. Yes.
Yeah, he's got an Oscar now.
Yeah. For the worst movie ever.
Yeah, that's. I'm glad that you said that, Dick, because I'm a fan of Guillermo del Toro, and the one that he gets the Oscar for is the one that I love the least.
He should have got it for Blade 2.
The Mexican, that's why.
All that movie is they took Abe Sapien and gave him a side story and turned it into a fucking art house movie. Fuck you, Guillermo del Toro, for that.
He got the Oscar for Devil's Backbone, for Pan's Labyrinth, but the Academy wouldn't do it because Whitey needed the Oscar then. and then it was his turn 20 years later for a movie that sucks balls.
Such a disappointment, dude.
If that chick rub one out again, I will not jerk off as much.
Who? Anybody I know?
I can't remember her name. What is her? She's a British actress.
Yeah.
All I need British accent.
Yeah, she's
decent
But
porn.
she doesn't talk in the movie. She's a mute.
Then you're gonna love season 2 of Dexter, Frank. Got the fucking worst character ever.
Yeah, thank you. I just finished season 2. You're right. Yeah, she was a snake in a fucking half. Oh my
She's
god.
the worst, but she gets naked all the time.
She has a nice looking body. That's about it. Everything else about it is
in
misery.
Part 2, the remake.
Well, what is she on the Clydesdale scale?
2.
9?
That's how many Clydesdales it takes to rip off her face.
Oh, okay.
Is a good face take more Clydesdales?
I don't know. You'd have to ask the guy from Airheads. I don't understand.
I can't
the question.
imagine you needing more than one Clydesdale to
That's
rip off his face.
Yeah, that's not just a guy. That's David.
That's a bad scale.
That's it. I know, but I think it's hysterical, and I still
David Arquette. That's not just
that's
a guy.
David. It's a David Arquette.
You're in the Clydesdale scale.
Yeah, it's where it takes me to rip off her face. You
We're
know,
all the fuck over. We don't want to talk about this episode. Anyway, Adam,
you can talk Airheads for the next hour. I mean,
anything else?
Ernie Hudson was awesome.
Anything else, Adam?
I felt like I was watching a cross between an infomercial, a rom-com without the rom or the comedy. Whoever that actress was is terrible in this show. I mean, absolutely terrible.
Wants a knockoff.
She didn't show us any goods, so she bored me. So that's another point off for that. Okay.
I saw her tits. I mean,
Painting.
Those don't count. Yeah, paintings don't count, and prosthetics don't count either.
Acrylic nipples.
No, there was some tea right before the gore. Like you seen a little bit of tea, and then they started melting or something. I don't know.
I've seen a lot of horror movies, and mixing the tits and the gore doesn't do it for me. It really doesn't. It's got to be before or after.
I agree.
What?
Yeah.
You don't like House of Demons?
So you need the gore after you finish or before?
I need to see the goods before they become meat. Okay.
Oh,
before
you want to finish on the gore. You want to finish and then.
Well, you want to get the poison out so it doesn't bother you.
this episode here wouldn't give anyone a boner. It wouldn't give a guy with no. You give him Cialis, it wouldn't give him fucking a boner. There's just no fucking way.
Jansen,
Not even a Harvey Weinstein boner?
No, not even that. It's
we look good too.
fucking
You're
guys.
constantly pointing the wrong way because it's mirrored.
I know, but me and him
time.
actually got it the second time. It actually looked like we connected.
You did. Sure did.
We
It was
did.
like the guitars. It looked
Hey,
like it was
you,
over.
Frank, do you want to do the secret handshake?
Oh yeah, dude.
Come on, Frank. You just did it. You just did this.
Okay, all right. I challenge you to a thumb war, and right now you are it. Ah!
I'm below their desk.
Yeah. 5 out of 5,
That's
baby.
what I'm doing.
Still undisputed champion of the thumb war. Come on, Jansen. You got to.
Oh, I'm gonna go next. I'll keep mine short and sweet. Fuck this episode. It was terrible. The painting didn't matter at all. That's the biggest sin for this episode. Is the painting had nothing to do with it. It felt like they wanted to throw it in to have they have like a painting quota for some reason. The acid they set up in the beginning didn't pay off. It wasn't a part of the story until spoiler, she killed the guy and then turned him into soap and then put the soap on and it was acid. Fuck these painting episodes. Yes, that's a good hashtag. But seriously, fuck these episodes.
Just drop the episodes off of that.
What?
I was asking Adam, drop episodes off of that. Fuck these paintings or whatever. That's what that's how I always feel. And my uncle was a really great painter. He has 3 paintings up in the Philadelphia Art. Still life. I don't know, when you paint trees and like
Is it really an accomplishment to get in the Philadelphia airport?
Art Institute, where Rocky's going, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's kind of is.
Are you saying Philadelphia Art Institute or Philadelphia
Yes.
Airport?
Art Institute.
I thought you said airport. I'm like, that is not
It's
an accomplishment.
Next to the airport.
Hey,
What's
both
the- what's
both are an
the
accomplishment, and how
difference?
dare you?
I wouldn't put it past Philadelphia to have an Art Institute airport.
I mean, if you sell paintings at the Philadelphia Art Club or airport, you probably belong to a cult. Just saying.
What, like the Masons say?
Have fun
You
bathrooms though.
stand out front selling paintings. Man.
So the episode
Philly's
sucked.
not L.A. or San Fran, Adam. It's Philly. You know, somebody is painting something on the corner. It's getting stolen.
I wouldn't steal these paintings. I wouldn't give them to a criminal.
They don't care. It's something that's not theirs. They take it.
They can't sell it for drugs. They don't want it. Period.
One thing I learned from drug dealers about drug takers about drug dealers, they will take anything.
Greg is on the Periscope, and he said all of Philly stadiums have jail cells, so that's a thing.
No, it used to be a thing that doesn't exist anymore, Greg. But he's right. The vet did have a jail in the basement.
Okay.
Are
I
you
don't
in
know how to get rid of this now that's up. Greg, your comment might stay up the entire stream on my end.
Well, I'm
rid
right
of
in South Jersey, right across the river. Not Clinton, but yeah.
Episode sucked. I'm sick of these shitty episodes that are all the ones we haven't liked are very similar, except for that like stupid Guy Ritchie knockoff.
Which is great.
But, yeah, no, that one sucked.
Oh,
Terrible.
The worst one.
I don't know who Guy Ritchie is. Which
We
was
couldn't even explain what happened in that episode. We couldn't even set it up.
It was art. It was.
I watched
project.
I watched one good one with you guys with Tim Roth.
Yeah,
That one was
that's
all right.
one.
Yeah, that's the one we're talking
Tim
about.
Roth was good, but he also was painting.
Yeah, but it was still good. It was Tim Roth.
Yeah, that's the one good one. They got lucky once. They got lucky twice with because Yellow was good with the Douglas, and then Tim Roth, and that's it out of 14 episodes. But Dick Dickett,
Yes.
thoughts?
Unfortunately, this was a terrible episode. There are good ones. I have seen them recently, mind you. I
don't believe you.
I was in a Tales from the Crypt kick on YouTube. I watched like 25 of them. They were all pretty good. They were all really dark, and you just haven't seen them yet. And if I were you, I would just kill myself now and not bother. Because if I have to watch another episode like this, I'm going to cut my wrists.
How many like this have we seen, Phoenix?
Oh.
We've done 14 episodes, 13 of the actual show,
Oh.
minus the cartoons. Oh, yeah, 7 episodes then, 8.
Yeah, Phoenix
5 of them.
Fume bullet for us all.
God, why?
You
I don't
get
wanna
to-
watch
We keep asking ourselves the same question. God, why?
Now, I've never heard of this episode. I looked it up when he told me, and I was like, oh, fuck. As soon as I read it, the title sucks. But I'm telling you, let's get to the Joe Pesci episode. He directed it. It's a great episode about the twins. Do you know that one?
No.
This guy.
Okay.
I know we did an episode, but I don't know anything about it.
It's great. It's a fun one. Arnold Schwarzenegger directed an episode. It's stupid.
You just reminded me. You know who else directed that episode? John Frankenheimer directed an episode. Anyway,
of course, I could have guessed that.
Fucking
Frankenheimer-
shamelessness, dude.
Good.
Shamelessness.
I don't give a shit.
Oh,
Not as bad as me. on
Shamelessness.
Twitter.
Schumacher did?
Joel Schumacher just died.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought-
I saw that. That's
Rest in peace, Joel Schumacher.
Peace. Nipples on the bat suit.
Let's take
Nipples on the painting.
I would say we should give a little moment of silence for the man. He did some good stuff.
The
Enough
man
of that.
did not 1, but 2 movies with Nick Cage.
Right there, 10 seconds easy.
And, perfect. Beautiful. And Matthew McConaughey.
Moment of silence, Dick.
Oh, sorry.
You can't
And
do it.
number 23.
All right, that's enough for Joel. I didn't really know him personally.
He also worked with a Douglas in Falling Down.
Oh,
Well, great
Tell-
movie.
It's a
another
great movie.
20 seconds.
I think
Falling Down's great. Lost Boys is great. Those are great
Oh.
movies.
Yeah, that's right. He did Lost Boys. A
Yeah.
minute and a half, please.
Flatliners.
Lost
Okay.
Boys is the best movie about puberty that doesn't feature puberty ever made.
And the 2 Corys that didn't suck.
The Client.
Yeah, Client's not bad.
Got the only
Yeah,
movie with the
That's
2
McConaughey
Corys.
one,
Yeah.
which is The Client Part 2.
Yeah.
He did all the John Grisham movies in the 90s.
The best John Grisham movie of the 90s is when Tom Cruise beats Wilford Brimley to death with a suitcase.
I'm Wilford Brimley. I got the diabetes.
I thought
That's
you
the
were gonna say,
You got diabetes.
Dick down.
you get hit with an asteroid, with a meteorite. What the fuck is that?
Wilford Brimley just hit me with his diabetes ray.
By the way, fuck
Too accurate
Tom Cruise.
state hit you with a sniper bullet.
Hashtag fuck Tom Cruise. Right on.
Exactly.
He ruined worlds for me. I'll never forgive him.
You don't like World of Worlds with Tom Cruise?
Fuck no.
Did you
It's
call
not
me?
good.
I think they're
No.
discussing Tom Cruise for a bit, so we'll wait.
No, I just hate Tom Cruise for what he did to World of Worlds. How
He
dare
didn't make that movie.
Huh?
I keep telling you, he didn't make that movie. That's Spielberg.
I don't
He did
care.
produce it, though. Technically, he's not
He
wrong.
produces everything he's in, though.
Is it possible to like both movies? Because I like both movies with equal enthusiasm.
Then you didn't like the first one good enough.
The hell I did. I loved it when I was a kid and still do.
I have the first one on Laserdisc.
Last time you seen the first one, Adam, go.
Do you know that I just watched it last week?
You too?
4K, yeah.
High, low.
Yay! Oh, that hurt. God, why you gotta hit me so hard, Frank?
How's those balls? You earned those. I mean,
Woo! Woo!
I can't help any of you.
This is just getting odd now.
Well, Phoenix, do you still watch your laser discs?
I have the Laserdiscs. I do not have the Laserdisc player anymore.
I'm gonna put a link in the description when this is over because I'm an Amazon affiliate, but you can actually order War of the Worlds on 4K Criterion Collection. It's coming out in August. I have it pre-ordered.
So do I.
The 50s
Yeah. Can't wait. That movie is gorgeous in 4K.
I spent $299 on the figurine. That's about like a 172 scale. You see that? It's like pure, yeah. And
Those George Pal sci-fi those are my jams, man. I fucking love those movies. Love them.
I couldn't, like, she wanted to kill me. I spent $300 on that thing, but I'm like, it's so worth it.
It's worth it.
I don't
It
blame
is.
her. I don't blame her at all.
Sorry.
So, Jansen, what do you think about the episode?
So, I got a mixed review. It's a hot take that you guys aren't all going to agree with, but just let me explain. So I
don't
thought
agree. Sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Here's my issue. My limited knowledge and experience with these episodes, right? This is what, my third one.
Is it?
Leads me to believe second or third. I can't remember. I think it's my third.
Second.
My second?
I think so.
I don't know what it is.
Anyway.
So either way, it doesn't fucking matter. My limited experience is that this is on par for what I've seen already. So I thought it was decent. But I also, objectively think it was garbage as much as you guys do. So that's it. That's basically it. I thought it was good for what I am expecting. Obviously you guys know better than me because you've seen stuff that's better, or at least some of you have. So hopefully my mind will get changed in the future here, but I thought it was halfway decent and it was entertaining.
That was not nearly as controversial as you led that up to believe.
No, what the fuck was that?
I'm kind of underwhelmed by it. I was kind of wanting to get into a fist fight here, and then like,
I don't want to listen. I don't want to fist fight anybody. I don't want you guys to go home and like cry to your families and die and everything.
Hot take: you guys are all awesome, all of you,
Hot take.
and especially
Don't be afraid.
you.
Don't be
You're
afraid.
awesome.
Hot take. I enjoyed the episode. So
Hot
think
take.
all the other four
It's the only one that's liked all the episodes so far.
obviously I think the painting portion of it's overdone, but the way that we're watching these, obviously there's some
What are the odds, though?
Yeah, there's some ridiculous odds on that, but if we were watching them in order, there's no way that we would feel as awful about all these painting episodes as we do.
I feel bad for Phoenix because he has this complicated system to where there's no way you can possibly pull the same thing out twice. And somehow we keep getting painting episodes. It's more complicated than I'm willing to spend.
Jansen what he just said is we don't know if the filler episodes between the ones we watched are all painting episodes. I have to assume that much at this point.
Listen, they were trying to bring a little bit of high society into the mix. What's more high society than fucking modern houses and weird ass paintings?
Porn?
That is the same house from
Snuff.
Snuff. There you go.
Halfway Horrible, was it not?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you consider the Harry Anderson episode an art episode because he's a cartoonist?
It is.
Or- Okay, so you're going to say painting episode in that.
Oh, the guy from Harry and the Henderson. Yeah, with the Hawaiian shirt on.
It's not Harry and the Henderson.
And that
You
woman,
keep saying that.
John Lithgow is in Dexter, though. In the best season. He's in season 4.
He's arguably one of the best characters on that show.
side note, Colleen Camp is in that episode. My buddy works for her. She's a monster.
Really?
Like Harvey Weinstein. Physically, she looks like Harvey Weinstein now.
She's the one I called that was in Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah. I'm honored. You're gonna wear that?
Have a little rip that shit right up your ass. That's her in real life.
Oh, that's she does not look like that no more.
No. She was the girl. She was the maid in Clue.
Yes.
She's sexy.
Yvette?
She was Yvette in Clue.
Yes.
And now apparently she's a monster.
I don't care. I will never. Oh my goodness! You and me. Never.
You're
Not
not-
1985 anymore, Frank.
And she's an awful, awful human being. I mean,
Colleen Camp is listening.
allegedly, let's not get sued.
Thank you.
Yeah, allegedly.
Appreciate it.
She was an important part of my young childhood at a certain age.
I jerked off to the cook. I didn't jerk off to her.
Well, the cook wasn't around that long enough. I mean, of course I did. But by the time she came back,
Oh, the freezer though.
Sylvia Crystal.
You know the
Oh.
cook's name?
oh,
I-
well, yeah,
Hey, man. Yeah.
What?
She was a fucking cokehead and a half.
which one?
Sylvia Crystal.
I assume her name was like Gertrude Rubenstein, or I don't know. She looked like a big foreign lady.
Gertrude Rubenstein.
That's totally a porn name. Gertrude
know.
Rubenstein.
What
Gertrude.
more are you watching? You jerking off the Schindler's List too?
Hello, mother. Hello, mother.
If
Are the Schindler Jews? Oh, I don't know them. Hello, mother. I just like to see that horrible scene where they're in. And the
Here's an
guys
honest question: is Tim Curry still alive?
barely.
Right?
Barely, yeah.
I
He's.
thought so.
I'm surprised he's still alive.
Yeah.
That bums me out thinking about that.
Yeah, he was great.
Pennywise, Congo.
The Titanic,
Congo was off,
98 or whatever.
all seeing.
Loaded Weapon Part 1.
Oh God, genius.
Wilderness Girls.
He played the bad guy terrorist in that movie, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Wilderness Girls.
Him and Kathy Ireland, right? Yeah, Kathy Ireland, right?
Did Kathy Ireland go to the Josh Hartnett Island?
Who?
Kathy
Exactly.
Ireland.
They just fucked off. Who knows where?
Yes.
Yeah, because Kathy Ireland was the head Girl Scout cookie chick in that.
Yeah.
She's in a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Should
I
make
saw
it?
her post something about it.
You haven't seen it yet.
No,
It's actually not a bad episode.
we saw the Cindy Crawford one, didn't we?
Yes. Or no,
Yeah,
no.
one sucked.
that was the Psycho knockoff.
But that wasn't Cindy Crawford. That
No,
was
that was Brooke Shields. I'm sorry.
Brooke
yeah.
Shields. Thank you.
Brooke
That one sucked. That's psycho.
We
knockoff.
haven't seen the Cindy Crawford one.
At least there wasn't a painting in that psycho knockoff.
Oof.
At this point, that is my measuring stick. Is there a painting? Yes or no? Going from there. We're starting with that.
The Tia Carrera one. You can say the tattoo was a painting.
Yeah,
That's not.
I think you're good. That's all the painting episodes.
It better be. The
I think
cartoon
you're-
episode I watched had a cartoon or painting in it too, or pencil.
I'm gonna lose my shit if the next one you draw is a painting episode.
no, I'm with you, Jansen. God
I feel like we haven't described the plot at all.
Do we need to? There's a painting and it
Who
sucks.
cares?
If you want to listen and figure out the episode,
honestly,
have a commentary track and just go listen to that, because it's just a girl. She's fucking Pauly Shore, and then she tells him to finish in the bathroom, and then she's in the shower. And then her husband walks in. I'm like, isn't Pauly Shore jerking off in there? Guess not. Or he ignored that shit.
Or he
And then-
finished him off.
He's like, get out of my house, dude. Come on. Come on, dude.
Aren't you done yet? God damn it.
And then he's something about acid, which he's watched himself on TV. And then she's trying to make paintings for his company to use for their advertising. She goes on a daytime TV show. She can't even get to her painting, which looks like a Pauly Shore muscles and stuff like cut open. And then she kills Bruce Davidson in the next scene because he fires her from the campaign.
Well, don't forget, Pauly Shore was on that painting show with her again, but it was another Pauly Shore.
Was it?
It was Corey Feldman.
Oh yeah, the Corey Feldman, Steve Buscemi guy.
Yes.
The one that drew Fido Dido and called it art.
Yeah, exactly. And then she goes home, gets fired, kills Bruce Davidson, and then she has Pauly Shore way too long. They talk out the window for way too fucking long. He bursts in with a guy with an erection, like, I'm gonna fuck you. I don't give a shit what you're doing. And then he drags the carpet with Bruce Davidson to the car. They drive, and then she takes him to the vat where she thought it was just soap, but they set up the acid 55 times in the first minute and a half. So then she makes soap out of him, brings the soap home, puts it pours it all in the sink, and then proceeds to shower with it, turns into an acid creature. The end. Right? Did I miss anything?
I have a question.
Yeah.
You should have told me ahead of time that Pauly Shore was in this because I celebrate the man's entire catalog.
Nobody tell him. Okay.
I think In the Army Now and Biodome is like, they're not movies, they're films. Okay.
I agree completely. Yeah, Pauly Shore is in quite a bit of the episode. He turned in a solid performance though. That Pauly Shore can really act. I'll say that.
He makes the Goofy movie amazing.
He does.
It's not.
I would say Son-in-Law would have been better had he
been in a movie.
Remember when Carla Gianni or whatever her name is was in that movie?
Oh, I still fuck her so hard.
Watch Sin City.
I would definitely play.
I don't care. No, I saw. Yes, I watched Sin City multiple times. I know.
Fuck yeah, Sin City is a great movie. Cheers to you, sir.
Yeah, I don't. Dame to Kill, terrible, but Eva Green's nude the whole time. I'll watch it.
We saw Sin City in the theater. Do you remember?
Did we see it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Jesus.
Great movie.
Yeah, we saw Saw.
Clyde was so good.
What?
We saw Saw in the theater too.
Yeah.
Remember that?
And then I saw it on 2 different dates with 2 different girls.
Oh my god, it's awful.
So I saw that several times in the theater.
You sure that, Phoenix? You sure that wasn't Saw 2? Get it? Saw 2.
No.
It wasn't.
No, I don't get it.
Get out.
And that guy directed Aquaman.
So did we call out the plot hole of her throwing the bars of acid soap into a cardboard box and then not doing anything to the cardboard box?
It has to be water activated, sir. It's in the soap.
It has to be water activated.
Why is there acid in the soap? I don't fucking understand this episode. It doesn't make any sense.
Can you even put acid in a soap?
See, I think this is 90s logic, where if there's a vat of anything, it has to be acid. That's the only thing that it was ever in vats in the 90s was acid. Just fuck tons of it laying around in every single factory.
Open vats of acid as well.
Open pools of acid for people to fall into and become supervillains.
And back in the 90s, it was in all of us as well. So
it's kind of like there used to be ninjas in the 80s, just fucking laying on your lawn every fucking morning. Ninjas everywhere. It's ridiculous.
This is from 95, the same year that the great R.I.P. Joel Schumacher made his masterpiece, Batman Forever.
Yes.
So this is an important year. Also like Seven and Usual Suspects and all that bullshit. But Batman Forever was made.
Batman Forever.
Which one?
What? Please.
Calm down with the I suck at movies stuff. So but like there's too many Batmans. I mean, I know The Dark Knight because that was my favorite, but
from the posters.
Val Kilmer and Jim Carrey.
You mean Jim Carrey as a Riddler?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face.
Did you hear that?
That was solid. Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face was good.
Did you hear that story where Tommy Lee Jones told Jim Carrey about working with him on Batman?
It made me sad because I think Jim Carrey is a much more talented guy.
Yes. No, I haven't heard the story. I probably have, but what is it?
Well, it's just Jim Carrey tells the story because Tommy Lee Jones didn't want to work with him at all. Hated him.
They're very different men.
Yes. And
Tommy Jones doesn't fuck around.
Tommy Jones hugged him, and he said, "I can't stand your buffoonery."
But he said it with like the
Like
Grand
in
Canyon across his face.
Tommy Lee Jones telling you in your ear, "I hate you. I can't stand your."
A man with two literal faces telling you against
He gave Jim Carrey a hell of a bar story, though, didn't he?
Tommy Lee Jones went into space. What has Jim Carrey done?
Jim Carrey's a monster.
Yeah,
I've heard
he's in
stories.
space.
He's a monster. He's horrible.
Remember when he was like chasing Holly around and like knocking on it, screaming at it and pounding on the door?
Yes,
That
he
was
was.
with Bad Boys, and everyone forgot it.
Yeah. Oh God! Riddle me this, Laurie.
Riddle me this. Why can't I kill this cow on the side of the road?
Yeah, but answer the question in that time frame. Who else would you have casted for that?
For a Batman?
Jansen, what?
So to answer the question of in that time frame, who else would you have casted for that role? Who would have done it better?
For the Riddler?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. He was made for that role.
I have
Robin Williams.
yeah.
Robin Williams is a little too over the top for it, and he's not
Jim Carrey.
Well, I mean, over the top in the way that he's too smart for it.
years.
Spacey.
I mean,
He was too smart for it, and they needed somebody who was wiry.
him and Joel Schumacher would have had way too much fun on that set.
okay, so saying that, Jansen, the kicker from Wales in The Replacements.
Oh, Reese Fons Reese Fons.
That's
all
Are you
right.
saying a name?
Yeah,
I'm shocked that you knew his name.
I'm
I
not gonna
got,
get a name past him.
I'm bloody Welsh. I don't care.
I've never seen The Replacements.
he was fantastic in Notting Hill.
So we're speaking of monster.
I'll be right back. I got a delivery.
Can't tell if he's fucking with us or not.
No. He took my word for it. Yep.
Oh, nice. Hold on. Wait. For the podcast,
That was a great setup, dude.
Jansen, that was great. Did you text your wife and say, "Bring me whiskey, bitch"?
That's a great setup, dude.
She went to the store and got this for me. She's the best.
Jansen,
Uber liquors.
bro.
He's married to
That's
April.
Best wife.
Jansen, do not leave me
Power
hanging.
move.
Double high five, Jansen.
Oh, yeah.
Can we do it?
I'll get my. I got nothing.
I have no. I'm loaded down. That's all right.
I got
Fine.
Phoenix balls in my hand. Go ahead, Phoenix.
Just the nick of time too, because I'm empty.
Can we all just hold Phoenix's balls? I think we could have. Phoenix, how's
You
that?
gotta
feel,
get a
buddy?
little of this action in it, though.
Wow.
Did you see my shirt?
Good God. Ooh, dude. Oh,
Old Sylvia Crystal tickle.
new shirt too.
Dark side of your mom.
What's
That's
that?
outside your mom, though.
Is that
Pink Floyd.
oh, it's the Pink Floyd shirt. Right on.
Yeah, she got it for me for
That's
Father's
awesome.
Day.
Yeah, that Pink Floyd website. I think I sent you in a text once upon a time. I think it had that in there somewhere.
Do you just have a football so you could do your Tommy Wiseau picture?
Yeah, you said something about holding a ball, so I just grabbed the nearest one I could find.
I was talking about his.
Oh.
Blue Eyes over there, not a pig.
What?
What?
Talking to me.
What?
You were,
Who's blue eyes?
yeah. See, look. I'm holding. There you go. See, Jansen's got Phoenix's balls too. I have the Phoenix's right.
I'm giving a little of this action too.
Anyway, this is all visual.
I'm all right. Here
Getting
you
too
go.
weird.
All right. Now I'm skiing with
What the
Adam.
fuck's over there?
I'm gonna throw a monkey in the wrench right now. Here. Oh no, that didn't work the way I wanted
That
it
didn't
to.
help. That didn't help.
This is still way better than the episode we watched.
Yeah. Have you noticed how little we talked about the episode? Because it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
See,
There's-
I
Oh,
didn't.
Look at my
that's why I
face. This
raised
is
my
great.
hand.
Thanks, Adam. Hi,
Oh.
guys.
No, that's why I raised my hand. I just wanted to say, be careful what you guys wish for, because when the episode's really good, the show sucks because we don't have anything to talk about.
Oh, you should hear me and Adam, our commentary, where we're just like, oh, we didn't talk in 20 minutes. Dick joke. All right.
Was that a good episode?
Yellow?
That was the Tim Roth episode. Oh, that was the.
It was like halfway through. I'm like, you realize that we're not like ragging on this episode right now. We're actually engaged in the story. Yeah, this one I was mentally checked out from the start.
Yeah, today's episode wasn't terrible. It was just kind of boring.
It's very flat. It's par for the course for Tales from the Dark Crypt.
She's terrible. He's great. It was this boring story, and we ignored it.
Very
the biggest issue that you have with it is that you see every piece of it coming. So there's
it's not clever at all.
He tries to shower with her. She says, "Fuck off," and then she showers with him in the soap. Oh, we didn't even mention she showers with him. Looks at the soap and sees his eyeball looking around.
Oh yeah,
that was
which makes no sense.
Yeah,
saw it coming though.
It's like she's moving in behind the bar of soap or something. Why? Is he alive as a bar of soap like a Pixar movie? What the fuck's going on?
Soapy, is that you?
Universe crossover.
Fun.
For some reason,
A bar of soap in Pixar's holiday favorite.
Yay, it's Soapy.
It reminded me of the eyeball reminded me of The Gate. Stephen Dorff classic where he has the eyeball in his hand.
Yeah. It's in his hand. That was a lot more creepier than a bar of fucking soap. Maybe they were trying to emulate that. Yeah.
What was that again, Phoenix? I'm sorry.
It was The Gate with tiny Stephen Dorff, little baby Stephen Dorff.
Baby Stephen Dorff.
And they open a gate to hell in the backyard because they're like pulling at a tree or something, right?
Yes.
And the parents go away, and it's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
I think also Stephen King Night Shift collection had the cover of his book had like a wrapped up hand with an eyeball in it.
That's the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. No, that's a mouth. I'm sorry.
There's the gate.
There's the gate. And they have the little midget people that crawl like they're like 12 tall.
Minions. Awesome. Yeah. The original Minions. Yeah.
Yeah. Honey Boy. What the fuck was that?
Look at the eyeball.
That's Shia LaBeouf.
Hey guys, doesn't the Necronomicon have 2 eyes and a mouth, or does he just have a mouth?
I know it has 2 eyes.
But he's got a mouth because he bites them, remember?
Yes, there's a mouth on the Necronomicon.
Ex Mortis. That's the full name, like I think.
Okay, you're showing us the behind the scenes pictures of the game.
Yeah, there's young Stephen Dorff right there.
Was baby Stephen
Dorff. Our food.
It's a good movie. But I never saw 2.
It's good too, actually. It's not bad. Yeah, it's the same guy. Well, it doesn't have Stephen Dorff, but it does have the kid with the glasses.
Well, I'm out.
He's a little older.
Is he still
it's both of them a little bit older, and they get into some more shenanigans.
That is so cool looking.
Yeah, it's great.
I need to save that pic, and that's my new wallpaper.
Old school stop motion.
It's those prosthetic effects like that. Look at that.
There's one of the little guys right there.
There's that part where the guy falls in the bathroom and he falls and he turns into little minions and runs around. But
that's a great scene.
That's a good composite.
Oh shit! Look at that.
They stole that scene in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
That was so
my God. Her hair was crimped. Remember that shit?
Even door. Can you pull up I'll pull it up, and if I have it, I'll screen share it. But
can I ask a question while we're waiting for him to pull it up? Frank, do you have a steering wheel on your desk?
Yes, I do, sir. It's a Porsche 997 R.
Oh, you race? You like iRacing and shit?
Yeah, exactly, on iRacing. Yep.
Nice. That's sick.
More interesting
it's a Fanatec.
Nice. Those are not cheap.
No, it's been disconnected. It's been discontinued for a while, but when I got it with the pedal cluster, it was like $3,800.
Damn.
Fair.
Yeah, well, my mom paid for it. That's why I got it. I wouldn't pay for that.
That's one of those things where I was like, I really want to do it, but I don't want to pay for it.
Well, I mean,
this book freaked me out as a kid.
Yeah, too bad the book isn't that good.
No, I don't remember the back.
Yeah, it's not that good of a story.
Yeah.
But
book catches your eye, though. Yeah, a book cover, all it's got to do is catch your eye.
This is from the gate.
Yeah, there you go.
But Jansen, I know some guys at iRacing that can send you a year's free subscription.
Oh, really?
And it comes with cars and tracks and all. And I have the same wheel, but downstairs. I just don't have the pedal cluster. So you have to find
Shut
up.
Mike.
We'll talk later.
We're having a moment. Okay, yeah, we'll talk later.
That was fascinating.
Yeah, right.
No, seriously, I never knew that stuff existed. I learn something new every day.
Oh. I have to hear about it all the time from Frank, so I'm just.
I'll get even deeper into it, man. Like I got a throttle and joystick.
Listen,
and I got
some of us haven't written Frank off yet. Okay,
to dog fight with the fighters. It's called DCS. If you're interested,
I've seen that. DCS is insane.
Jansen, you just say that some of us don't have wisdom yet.
No, I said that some of us haven't written off Frank yet. So let him.
No, I thought you said some of us don't have the wisdom yet.
It's me. It's me.
I'm hearing the same thing you're saying. It's just weird. It's like it's translating through my headphones differently.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. You're hearing it right. I have never not, I always knew I was on the spectrum. I just needed Phoenix to confirm it for me 29 years in my life.
How does this come through? Phoenix, you're stupid and I hate you.
No, the first hour that me and him knew each other, he goes, "Can I ask you a serious question?" He goes, "What's that? Are you on the spectrum?"
Damn.
Like me.
And I was like, "I think so, but nobody's told me." He goes, "You definitely are, but it's okay."
Damn, it's
Don't
rough.
just ask people. Jesus Christ.
That is rough, man.
It's Phoenix and me. Do you blame him? How many?
Do you have an audio recording of this? Because I probably said it, but
how many glasses of whatever deep were you into this conversation?
oh,
That's what I want to know.
then.
Jesus.
If you check season 2, episode 1, King 919.
Do you remember? And we wrote on the board, "This administration is not down with the sickness."
What happened?
That was the day they brought kids in to sell to school, so we probably cost them $150,000.
Start at the very beginning. It was cut off.
No, we put on a board on the soundstage of this film school, "This administration is not down with the sickness," and that was the day they brought in a bunch of kids to sell their shitty school, and I think we cost them $150,000 that way.
Was I involved with that?
You might have been there. It was on Cesar's project.
I probably was.
You're probably there. That was the midterms. That was a different time.
I kind of try to forget my life because I remember asking Frank if he's on the spectrum. I do remember asking Tom Green if he'd be in our film school project, and he said he'd probably ruin it. And I go, "Hey, you're probably right."
Yeah, I remember.
It away.
You would hope he would, because you'd be famous.
No, he goes, "I'll probably ruin it." I go, you're probably right, and I walked away.
Remember that actor that you got that kept telling the stories, like, "Get your shit and get the fuck out of here." That actor.
Which
that
one?
Injected himself with a needle.
The guy that was in the Air Force and wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
Yes.
Yes. That fucking. Anyway, sorry guys.
Sorry. Memory lane.
Can we please do a way off topic after Twilight Zone with all of us? Because I have so many questions right now.
That was a good Twilight Zone episode. I'll give it that.
What?
I did like that Twilight Zone episode.
Which one?
The leather jackets.
Oh, we'll get to that in a minute here.
Of course.
I mean,
No, you're good.
There you go, sir.
So let's finish up here. Anybody else have any parting words of wisdom? Anything you learned from the episode? We try to end on a positive note.
Yeah, Tales from the Crypt, please stop doing episodes related to evil paintings. It's starting to suck. And get some new sets, for fuck's sakes. I know you have the money to buy a new set. Stop reusing the same apartment for every show that we watch.
This is before HBO would spend money on their shows, though.
We said positive, Adam. Come on.
But Adam, I'm proud of you coming up with new points, brother. Keep them coming, buddy. Sorry.
That's your wisdom. That's your positive aspect.
Positive aspect.
Yeah.
I learned a deeper appreciation for Kirsty Swanson. There we go.
I love her TV dinners.
Oh, I thought of something. I finally figured out what the purpose of Soap on a Rope is.
Murder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Murder. Yeah. Murder.
Anybody else?
Or to prevent anal sex in jail.
Did not have
no murder.
Well, it could have multiple,
murder.
Murder's one, and staying a virgin through the back doors too.
I'm just glad to know that soap on a rope can be used as a murder weapon. I never thought of that before. I think it's clever. Yeah.
I've seen
problem
soap
is-
on a rope, and it's a bar. It's not a fucking brick.
I don't know if we could say that it's a murder weapon though, because she still had to beat the dude's head in with a fucking.
True.
The
This
trunk of
looked
the
like
car.
it belonged in a ninja movie. Okay.
Bruce Davidson does not go down quietly.
No.
No.
The man was turned into a mutant and then swam out of the ocean and walked on the beach.
He's a
fucking rock.
mermaid?
He's an X-Men.
Merman, I should say.
Is he an X-Men or X-Men 2? Which one is
Yes, he's in both.
the first one?
Te-
Which one did
technically,
he do
he's-
that,
Yeah.
the actual characters in the first one. The second one, it's not really Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, but yeah, he's in it. Yeah.
Speaking of X-Men, Wolverine was great. Loved it.
Moment of silence.
For Bruce Davidson, who has AIDS.
That's a shame.
He doesn't. He just plays it very well.
I want you to defend why you like Tales from the Crypt so much. That's what I want. You keep telling me how great they are. I'm like, where?
Yes. Do elaborate on that for us.
I'm starting to pick up on like the inspiration of Phoenix starting the show is Mr. Dick Dickett here.
No, I told him way after. He saw that I was doing it. He's like, oh, the show's great. I'm like, is it? Is it great?
So you
I was on a binge. I watched like 25 of them, and they were pretty good. I didn't see this shit, but the ones that I saw were actually really good.
Did you buy like the best of or something?
I am on YouTube. I watched.
he did the same thing to me with Tales from the Dark Side, and it only took one episode to smarten me up. After that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's really not good. Okay, thanks for reminding me.
Told you it was
you
bad.
went on the IMDb and said, okay, top 25 ratings. There we go. I got those. Yeah.
That's what he did.
Because this bit got a 6.9 and earned it. Okay. How about ratings? Phoenix rating for this? What would you give it? IMDb rating. A 5? Solid 5. All right.
It's not atrocious. It's just kind of boring and dumb and predictable. But I didn't hate it. It was just like, I've seen it.
It was
5.
lazy.
They're
Yeah,
very.
5. Very Midland. Very Midland.
No story.
It's very short. I think that's the.
So what would you give it, Dick?
4.2.
0.2.
Specific. You're like Frank.
What brought you up to 0.2?
I mean,
Dick?
it's an
I was-
IMDb rating. It is an IMDb rating.
We saw her ass cracked when she fell.
The
0.2.
color actor.
It was a 4, but then I saw some ass crack.
Ooh, ass crack. 0.2.
That's 2 tenths right there.
So 2 gold coins up here.
I just hear a Mario coin.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
But it's like not Mario. I'm thinking Sonic, where you hit the spikes and all the coins go
Ding.
shooting. Every time I saw the
Holy
page, I'm like,
goddamn
ah,
spikes.
points go away.
Sorry.
Fuck the episode, right?
Yeah, fuck it.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, but we didn't get a rating from Jansen yet, right? Did we?
No, I said 5.
Oh, you said 5. Okay.
I agreed. What's the
Five.
next?
Eh.
5.
Yeah, we're all about 5. I give it a 5. 4 is like when I fucking start hating it. 5 is
Yeah, it didn't make me angry. It just made me extremely depressed, like all the other ones too.
It gave me
There we
nostalgic
go.
feelings for episodes prior.
Yeah.
You all fine gentlemen, I know, are very intelligent. So I will go with the stats. No, Dick, you know. Or them. Not
You
you.
want to go with a 4.765?
No. I'll just go with the average, which is 4.5. So it's like a 4, 6, 5, 5, 5, 9, 9 to the
You're
power.
voting on IMDb. It's a 4 or a 5.
I'm looking at a 6.9 on IMDb. I don't know what you're looking at. Anyway, but no, seriously, like a 5. I'll give it a 5. Middle. Yeah.
All right. So, anybody who wants to do plugs? Jansen, any plugs?
Got nothing, buddy.
Don't
Bob
you?
Rowe here.
You sure?
Frank?
Jansen?
Oh, yeah.
Jansen, you want to plug his plug?
Red Dragons Radio.
Frank's a selfish dick.
Should I plug my books?
You can in a minute here.
Okay.
Jansen.
I got no plugs except for Red Dragons Radio, LIW, Raiders of the Lost Flicks.
We make Jansen the plugs guy.
Yeah,
I'll be the standing plugs guy for you.
All right.
I'll get it together for next week.
for real, Phoenix. Just record everything you just said and just play it at the end of every show, dude.
Then they ruin this shit. Then we can't play this shit. What we're talking about right now.
I'd like to plug Christy Swanson, please.
Oh yes, definitely. Christy Swanson.
I want to plug Christy
Thank you,
Swanson in the
Christy
car after I kidnap her with a Snickers bar.
Yep.
Don't tell her I have AIDS.
And I would like to thank her for her apple cobbler. I love the apple cobbler and those TV dinners that she makes. Good God. You know, the center one with the Hungry Man Swan. Oh God.
Can I plug Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie with Paul Rubens dies after like a 5-minute death sequence with Christy Swanson? It's fucking great.
I thought that was Sarah Michelle Gellar. It's not Sarah Michelle.
No, the movie.
Oh, okay. TV show.
TV show is different. But what were you saying, Dick?
No, Rutger Hauer was in the movie too.
Yeah, he was the main bad guy.
I miss Rutger Hauer. He was great.
Yeah.
He's good.
R.I.P. Along with Joel Schumacher.
Joel Schumacher. Yep.
Yep.
They never worked together though.
Lost Boys was awesome.
You think that would be a match made in heaven, but yeah, it just never happened.
No.
I was like, you don't see too many often lead singer saxophonists.
You
and that's
don't
sad.
see too many often.
And that's sad. We should.
Anyway, Frank plugs.
Oh, Double LNKZ on Twitter, ICP podcast, the Indie Sports Car podcast. Just had a great driver on, longtime friend, going to be in IndyCar next year, so really proud of him. We had Oliver Askew on and Pat O'Ward on last week. They're both McLaren F1 drivers, or not McLaren F1 drivers, but they're now racing in IndyCar, so really proud of them. And so check out the show and catch us every Thursday night at 8 on Hot Mic app on your Android and iPhone devices to watch the show being streamed just like this.
Question: is that just going to the Hot Mic app, or is it going elsewhere?
It just goes to the Hot Mic app.
Okay. Adam.
Raiders Lost Flicks at Twitter. It's Raiders_OTLF. I am working on some old movie reviews. I'm not doing news on my channel anymore because I'm just fed up with the movie industry and its lack of content coming out. So
This guy's
moving forward,
and Burn Hollywood Burn for a while now.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm done with it. I am. I will have some content coming out this week other than just live shows. I promise. I just needed to take a couple of days off. So
you should review new comedy because that's at least entertaining.
What new comedy?
Severely.
Stuff coming out.
There's no new movies coming out comedy wise.
I'm sorry, I meant stand up.
Oh, stand up comedy? How do you review stand up comedy? Here's the jokes. They're funny. Do I tell the jokes? I mean,
listen, I'm just trying to help you, Adam. You don't want to help.
Yeah, I know. Stop poo-pooing on the man. He's trying to help. You're like, yo, fuck you with your
right.
Help.
You should review the new Chris D'Elia special, and then you can.
Oh, God, don't do that.
Wait, no.
Please let me wallow in myself. Fucking,
The new Pete Davidson special was fucking hilarious, though.
Fuck yeah, he was. Pete Davidson is a lunatic.
I do love stand up comedy, but yeah, I don't know if how exactly how I could review it. I get where you're coming from, but yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the bad B movies. I have a large list of movies that people have recommended to me. I want to do every single one of them at some point. So
Okay,
it's going to happen.
At least watch the stand up to make you happy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it does cheer me up, and a lot of people have pissed me off this week. So I know everybody's been down this road, but it's hard to produce material that's entertaining when you're in a really bad mood. So
Yeah,
we'll send you a liquor gift basket or something.
can you send me one too?
liquor donuts.
Can you send your wife over delivered at my bedroom door? With you,
I would love it if somebody knocked on my door and I opened it and there was just something sitting there. That's a power I can't afford right there.
What would you
liquor in a fleshlight?
Kelly's spirits.
Liquor donuts.
Have fun.
You want liquor donuts delivered to your doorstep by Amazon?
Sure, why not?
Is it liquor made of donuts that taste like donuts, or is it liquor filled or donuts filled with liquor?
Oh God!
It's actually, if you ever seen the movie Wolf Cop, if you've seen the movie Wolf Cop, you'll get that reference.
I only saw another Wolf Cop.
Of course you did.
I'm kidding. I didn't. They're both on my list to watch, but
I only saw Wolf Cop 4.
Wolf Cop's pretty good.
I thought Wolf Cop 12 had everything.
Wolf Cop.
Wolf Cop's a very Canadian comedy, and it has Liquor Donuts as a sponsor. They keep hearing on the radio. It's like liquor donuts.
Dick.
Chris Swanson
Two things real quick.
Yes.
I always ask the first time on the podcast, the first time guest, one question, and then you can go to your plugs after that. What is your relationship with Tales from the Crypt growing up, like when it originally aired till now? I forgot to ask you earlier.
Okay.
Where did it get you?
I knew of it. I didn't really watch it because it was on too late. I saw them in reruns like on TNT and shit. And then I think the movies were more or less where I got into Tales from the Crypt, like Demon Knight and Bordello of Blood. I appreciate those movies.
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, genius. Dennis Miller, fucking hilarious in that movie.
Zane.
Angie Everhart, 2468. You can watch me masturbate. I mean, just
You lost Frank. Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman.
I'll drink the Corey.
I just watched Joe Johnson's Corey Feldman TV show he did. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. It is god awful. Tony Todd's in it.
Watch. I think it's called Corbin Blade. It's a vampire hunter movie with Corey Feldman's a transgendered vampire.
You say Corbin Dallas at first?
Yeah, he did.
Corbin Dallas, come on down.
Yeah. From Fifth Element.
Or Corbin.
I was about to say multipass, but he changed.
You must pop.
Oh, sorry. Continue. Did you watch? Do you remember episodes?
I remember specifically an episode where Christopher Reeves has a shop where he kills people and eats them, and then that's directed by Christopher Reeve when he could still walk. Before that unfortunate accident with the horse. And then there was an episode about an adopted kid who was adopted by this rich family, and you find out that the parents are vampires. They're going to eat him, but he finds out that his real parents were werewolves, so he eats them.
Oh God, that sounds terrible.
That was a good one.
Okay.
I've heard a movie.
Toby Hooper directed it, right? Sounds like it.
What was that movie called again? Because I heard somebody that wanted to write a movie that sounds just like that, and he called it Werefoot. It was a very weird premise.
Well, these are all EC comic stories, so they were 50 years ago, or actually 80 years ago now. Fuck. Have you ever read EC comic? That's a question I have for any of you. Have any of you ever read an EC comic?
Nope.
I've never read one in my life.
This show is an exploration into something we don't know much about.
Well, the dialogue is not far off. It's actually really terrible.
This would work in comic format, though.
I did have some horror comic books. I think it was Grimm's Fairy Tales was the ones that I had. Very similar to this. Yeah.
Books, if you're interested.
Yeah.
Grimm's Fairy Tales. What was that about?
It's a horror comic. It's anthology horror, kind of like this.
Okay.
Greg gave this 2 out of 44 out of 100% paint cans out of 10.
What?
I don't know. That's what he gave it. But Dick, go ahead. Oh, you got one.
There you go.
I got all the seasons on DVD now. I'll never watch them. Oh God, you got a punch. They're multiplying.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
I feel so jealous of people who can read things. I know that sounds bad, but
no, Frank, you're illiterate.
No, I'm not. I can read. I just have severe ADHD. I can't.
How many of those comic books were about painters? That's what I want to know. I'm asking for a friend.
Probably just one.
No, you're not. No, you're not, Adam. You're asking for yourself.
So quick question to Greg. I get the title, the 2 out of 44, 100, that, but why the paint cans? Because she's a painter? Anyway, you want to do your plugs?
Oh, I guess I got my 2 books on Amazon Prime. One's Kindle, Monster Monroe, but you got to put my name Richard Pierce on there to get it because the title's not good enough for them. And then Another Night, Richard Pierce in book form and Kindle. You can buy it there.
What's the one you wrote a long time ago?
Monster Monroe.
Okay.
That one was
I hear you over here. That's the one I have. I read that a long time ago. I need to reread that.
I'm about to own 2 books from 2 different people out of the 5 of us from this podcast. That's pretty cool.
I don't pitch my books anymore because I'm not that proud of them.
I still went to your website and bought one. So
yeah.
I won awards. God damn it!
True.
I
Go get
did.
his book. Honestly, go get his book.
Yeah, but
Book.
they got to be. The book has to be good first before you win the award. I mean,
It's true. I Cox. That's how I won.
You
oh,
what?
Nothing.
You okay? So no, I
Sorry.
heard you wrong. Weird. Okay, I thought you said sex Cox, but
No, nothing.
no. Okay.
not anymore. I got cured. Oh, him. Sorry.
Yeah, you went to that camp for a while and you came back fine.
Yeah. Priests are horrible.
They like leveled you out, so you were straight.
I'm not Spectrum anymore.
Yeah, we gotta Gotcha, Greg. Okay. He said yes. He was talking about the paint cans. He's a painter. Gotcha. So if you're listening to or watching or listening to the live stream, however you're doing this, if you're listening to a video stream, that's fucking weird. You're a weirdo. Don't listen to our show anymore. But if you're watching us, we're going to do Twilight Zone after this. We're going to take a short break. If you're listening to the podcast, this is LIW, the Tales from the Crypt review. Thank you, Richard, for joining us. And we are going to choose right now. I should have done this while we're doing this, but we were so involved. I should have chosen the next episode with the bingo hopper. Kind of forgot. But I'm not going to drop it, Frank. Fuck you. But if you're watching, if you're listening, or sorry, if it's live, go listen, keep listening or watching, because we're going to do Twilight Zone Black Leather Jackets after this. This won't end for you, podcast listener. Go subscribe to LIW, the Twilight Zone review. It's a lot of fun. Go check out our Twitter page. Got a big poll going on there.
You've been killing it, Phoenix.
Thank you, Adam, for putting that in. You guys want to talk amongst yourselves for a second here? Get all sexy. Start taking off clothes. I'll be right back. I'm going to draw.
I gotta go get some ice.
I only have a shirt on already. I mean, I can't get much more naked. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. See
Wow.
our pinatas over here? Jansen, severe ginger. Because someone is racist. That made him.
You have a Jansen pinata?
Yeah, but the hair's all fucked up and he won't go fix it.
Don't please, Frank.
No, it looks perfect.
Here we go.
Oh,
Hey, I did it.
I'm proud of you.
Is this blank? Okay, there we go. Oh, 64.
That means nothing to
Did you buy those balls?
me. Bought the whole set up.
Desk thing, my new chair, because I'm not used to that. You guys still there? I feel alone here. It's just
You
me.
are alone. You're always
Depends
alone.
on the episode.
All right, so next episode is Tales from the Crypt. It's not a cartoon episode, thank fucking Christ. It's a 406. What's cooking? How do I get this in shot?
Good looking.
What's cooking? We do not look them up beforehand. So Richard, if you want to be on next time, more than happy to have you on. I don't look into who was in it until we start watching it, then I pull it up. That's when I found out Bruce Davidson's in this episode. I'm like, ooh, okay. Oh, he does nothing. So 406, what's cooking will be next time, probably not next week, because we got 2019 season 2 coming out of Twilight Zone, and we're a month ahead of schedule for Tales from the Crypt episodes. So, if all 5 of us want to watch 2019 Jordan Peele Twilight Zone, we'll be back next week for those.
Well, can we do 1 and 1?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Is Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone any good?
Good question.
That's a loaded question.
Is Tales from the Crypt any good?
I can't watch it. I heard it's terrible, so I'm not going to do it.
I would honestly recommend you watch them just so you're caught up with, I guess, next week. Are you coming on next week? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but I mean, I would say listen to them and then listen to the podcast, and you can get an idea of how we kind of feel about it. And, we kind of went. I mean, Phoenix does a great job by himself. I hate to say it, but he really does. Like, there's a couple episodes where I just wasn't there because I was working a lot, and there's a few episodes he did by himself that was really good. Yeah, I mean,
I would say I agree. I kind of agree with Frank saying like watch them all, but I also want to say there's 3 episodes from season 1 you should watch. 3 out of 10. The rest of them you can skip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch the first 2 and then watch Blue Scorpion. Skip the rest.
Well, no, and then watch the last one, and then
No.
No.
Listen to our podcast of the last one. Don't watch it. It's so
No.
insulting.
Yeah, I'm Watch
Hey,
any of them.
when Phoenix says not an opinion piece of topic, that's it. Okay, he said no.
No, but Frank, would you say you have to watch it, or would you say you just have to know the twist? I don't think you have to watch it. Rod Serling shows up in CG format.
I'm out.
No, it's not that. It's okay. Look, here it is. It's I refuse to believe that Jordan Peele doesn't know how a Twilight Zone is structured, b how Rod would have wrote it, and c how to write a decent one. And since
Not
he was,
writing.
what do you mean? Well,
Jordan Peele wrote 1.5 episodes out of 20 episodes so far.
yeah, but he
Yeah.
greenlit it all. I mean, if he didn't like it, he wasn't greenlighting it. So
You can say that about season 5 of Twilight Zone. Rod was checked out. He's working on other shit.
well, this is season 1, and Rod was not checked out in season 1. So
Yeah.
but then
Jordan's no Rod.
see, Phoenix and I have this and Phoenix kind of got me this, and we came up with this like kind of as we were reviewing it. Is either season 1, Jordan Peele just can't do a Twilight Zone just like everyone else who's ever tried it, or he's trolling the shit out of us. And then the last episode, when Rod comes back and everything that happens, does give a lot of credence to that he's trolling us. And I guess season 2 will set that up. But then after what Phoenix was telling me about season 2, I don't think he was trolling us.
I am in the opinion that it's just an episode and it's a stupid episode, and season 2 is gonna be more of the same. But we'll be back next week for the first 2 episodes of season 2. Live on my page, Loiterning in Wonderland on YouTube, and Adam's page over there. Raiders of the Lost Flicks. We'll be doing the same thing here. Richard, if you want to be on, go right ahead. But this ends LIW Tales from the Crypt review, episode 14 for 99. Long title episode. It's not worth saying. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Break links.
I'm Jansen Garland.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Dick ticket.
So long, citizens. All right. If you have to go to the bathroom, go for it.
Yeah, I'll be right back and grab some ice.
That was a lot of fun, guys. For real.
I don't have the CBS access, so I can't really watch those episodes anyway.
I don't want to say live, but I'll talk to you in a minute after we're done.
Yeah.
How about that?
There's ways to get it. Yep.
Do not buy CBS All Access.
Oh, fuck no.
I have a different way.
Yeah.
We can talk about it after, but I'm gonna go refill my drink.
I gotta pee. Hey, Adam, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I have a picture, or I have a painting on my wall when I pee. You want me to take a picture for you?
You asshole. Let's turn it into a TV episode first.
Hmm.
You guys ready for that great sound?
So Adam, you back?
Did you put these out live?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Start doing
Oh,
that.
Can
Yeah.
people see the video or no?
What's that?
Did they see the video or no?
Yeah.
Did you
So today's, I kind of told you earlier, it's kind of starting something new here.
Oh,
So
okay.
right now, Adam's putting out on his YouTube page, Where is the Lost Flicks? I'm putting out on mine, or at least I think I am. I'm trying to figure that out. It's my first time doing it, so I'm not quite sure. But so I'm showing it on Twitter, Instagram. No, sorry, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Oh, okay.
I tried looking for yours earlier and I didn't see it.
Something's. I got to talk to you, Jansen. One of you guys, because I don't know how this works. It looks like it's setting up something, and I have to finish on YouTube. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Oh, it's probably got like a 2-factor or a
No,
a final
it's literally
acknowledgement.
video details I have to fill out.
Oh,
Add a bunch of shit. I'm just trying to get around it, but it still won't let me do it. So Adam's used to this shit, so maybe I'll talk to him about it.
yeah, that's probably a better idea. I haven't done it before.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Richard, we're going. No, sorry, that's my end. We're going live on several different platforms. But then I put the video on my YouTube page afterward. I take the video from his. This is the first time going live on mine. But then we put the podcast, obviously, which I can cut around shit. I can hear your vape thing, Jansen.
You did not hear shit. I was muted.
Your vape. I just heard it.
It was not me. I heard it too.
Okay. Who's vape?
It might be my air conditioner.
Is your air conditioner vape?
Yes, it does.
Is it buzzing, bro?
Watch. I'll
green.
mute myself again. Nothing, right?
I heard that.
That was me. That one was. The first one wasn't.
Fucker. What's your what's the Twitch handle again?
The Twitch handle is I don't have Twitch open. Let me find out.
Oh, there it is. It's just Loitering in Wonderland.
Yeah, something like that. I have Discord, Greg. What of it?
Discord.
Greg's on the Twitter right now, or Periscope, whatever the Twitter live stream is.
Twitch's latency is really good compared to the other ones. Like, there's barely a delay.
Yeah, I have you guys on all 3 screens right now.
I'm a Kenneth Branagh movie.
So you're gonna die?
Dutch angles.
Oh!
I heard some wonderful things about what's
Can't watch the first Thor
what's
movie.
the one on the Disney Channel now?
Mandalorian?
No, there's a Kenneth Branagh movie that's doing really, really bad. It's like Artemis Fowl. That's it. Yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna put out a tweet asking people to name the sequel because it sounds like one of those movies. You'd be like Artemis Fowl and the Legion of the Dead, like one
Exactly. It sounds like one of those Percy Jackson and the
Yeah.
Lightning Thief type
So,
movies.
When they said in the name of the trailer, like Artemis Fowl, I'm like, and
It just reeks of YA, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, this is some YA bullshit. Come on now. They're still trying to pursue this fucking Twilight money, and it's not there. All the people that ever spent money on that stuff are middle-aged, fat old housewives by now. Nobody gives a fuck about that stuff.
so
But they
us,
keep
we were
thinking They keep thinking they could recreate that little pocket of time, and it never happens.
It's
I
not
had to work
Twilight.
that-
It's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Okay, Harry Potter I can understand because that has adult and
What are you
kid
saying,
fans. But
Richard?
I had to work the New Moon premiere at the Hammer Museum in LA when they had the premiere. Fucking awful. Like, okay,
sorry.
fucking skinny ass bitch. Ugh. She was all right, but she's a skinny ass bitch. That's all.
Did anybody watch Murder on the Orient Express?
It was
did.
all right.
The original is one of my favorite movies. This new one,
I think it was way
Did
better.
you watch the new one?
I did watch the new one. I still like the original way more.
I see personally. I haven't seen the original, but I enjoyed this one.
I sent it to you. You should.
Listen, bitch. I know you sent it to me. It's been like 3 days. You think I've watched 7,000 movies in 3 days?
I gave you 400 movies. What's the fucking problem? It's been 3 days.
Yeah.
That's all the fuck I do, Jansen, is watch movies.
You have to work.
He filled up. He's what, a 1 terabyte drive with like 800 gigs of
No, I can't do that.
episodes to watch.
You got me on that one.
Yeah, there's no way. I work.
gave him
I have
all the
a
Twilight
job.
Zone.
You fuck.
All the Tales from the Crypt.
I thought of another movie that you could watch though, Jansen. Did I tell you to watch Equilibrium? I told you that one, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
You've seen that one. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
No,
No,
this
put it down there.
week we watched. Shit, what did we watch?
Did you watch
We watched The Way of the Gun.
Classic.
Which
What?
was really good. I had actually seen the ending to that movie before, but I didn't realize what it was until I watched the whole thing through. And then my wife wanted to mix it up with something a little bit more light, so we watched That Thing You Do, which is a great movie. I love that.
Great movie.
You
Which is funny enough. I watching it this time through. I noticed that Colin Hanks walks Liv Tyler up the steps in the last part of the movie.
Speaking
Tom
of
Hanks'
Dexter,
Yeah. And then what else did we watch? We watched one other one or 2 other ones, I think.
Did you watch your Europa Report yet?
I have not. No, not yet.
Yeah, Minority Report.
Wait,
Yeah, I like that one.
Minority Report or Europa Report?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it Europa Report? I thought it was Minority Report.
I watched Minority Report when it like first came out.
I
So,
put
yeah.
both on there.
Minority Report's a great movie. That was like one of the first DVDs my family ever bought.
Oh, nice.
Late bloomers.
What else did we watch? I can't even remember now.
What's the first DVD you ever had?
Me
Dude.
personally,
American History X.
Jaws.
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 That's a good one.
You know why? Because my VCR ate my 20th anniversary edition of Jaws. I said, that's it. I got to get a DVD player. And I went out and bought a DVD player and I bought Jaws because I was just mad that it ate the fucking tape. It ate it.
the first DVD I ever bought for myself was the collector's edition of the Reservoir Dogs.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The
gas
gas
can
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
That's a
that.
good
thing.
addition, but I like the ones that they had individual ones for like Mr. Pink, Mr. Orange, and they're all
Yeah.
different colors.
Oh, that's a good one.
I got the Mr. Pink one.
Why are Blu-rays? They don't do shit for Blu-rays.
See, this
Because
is
they're
why
already fucking $40 a pop.
this is why I would love to have you guys on Way Off Top because Reservoir Dogs is like a half-hour plus conversation.
You know what
Yeah.
pisses me off more than that is when Blu-rays don't use the original movie poster for the fucking cover. They just make some bullshit like, this is the Blu-ray cover. Ooh, it's so trendy. Like,
That
fuck off. Show me the...
The
Nonsense.
Shawshank painted one.
Ugh, hate that. I hate the one they did for RoboCop. Fucking great movie. Put the original. The original poster is perfect. Don't change it. Don't put that bullshit cover on the front of it. But they did.
New one that I think Arrow is doing is fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, that one sucks. Yeah, that was a terrible cover.
Terrible.
The
It's,
RoboCop. Yeah, it was bad.
let's paint him. Why are you painting RoboCop?
No.
Isn't he already metal?
The original poster for the 80s has held up perfectly, but they always think they need to change the fucking cover for the demographics. I don't know what spreadsheet they're getting their data from, but they're assholes every time they change it.
I think DVDs had the best ones because Terminator 2 had that metal slipcover on it with 3D
Yeah.
pop art, and then 7.
The
had-
Divamax shit was pretty dope. Yeah.
7 had the Criteria collection where it looked like his notepad, and then Memento had one with a little thing in there you could stick in, and it looked like his file, his case
Yeah.
file. That was a good one.
Yeah, my Inglorious Bastards Blu-ray has like a little scalp of head
Nice.
with it. It was awesome.
It's a great movie too.
Brad Pitt individually touched each with his penis.
I believe it. Each hair.
Waltz licked them all.
Would not have bought it unless he had.
Look, Tarantino, my-
Kirstoff Waltz can make anything sound really fucking cool if he just uses his Kirstoff Waltz
Yeah.
accent when
Have
he
you guys
says
seen,
things.
oh my god, what is that movie with Christoph Waltz, John C. Reilly, and Jodie Foster and Kate Winslet?
Oh, it's awful. Carnage.
I love that
Romeo
movie.
and Juliet.
You like it?
I was bored to tears. I hated it.
I liked it because it's a play. I end up liking movies that are based
Yeah,
on plays.
that's why I hated it.
Au revoir, so shalom.
Carnage.
I wouldn't say it's a good movie, but it's a great performance movie.
Carnage.
sure.
Yeah.
My favorite performance theater movie is Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yeah, that's a good one, but
That's a good one. That's a total.
Rocky Horror Picture Show for me.
I don't like that movie.
Well, it's Tim
Tim
Curry.
Curry.
Tim Curry's great in it. Meatloaf
Great
on
ass.
a motorcycle and throws me off.
So, I mean, and then the building takes off. Come on.
You know what I know most about that movie is when Drew Carey did his episode about it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The Drew
Oh.
Carey show?
Yeah, they did a "This is the time" where Ryan Stiles has the bald head on. I remember that more than I remember anything from that movie.
Let's do the time warp again.
Yeah.
I don't
Honestly, like I think our generation most of us don't get that movie because it was more of like a spectacle to go to the cinema to see it because everybody would dress up and for some reason every time the narrator guy everybody would go shh for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, that's what the Drew Carey episode's about. Is they dress up to go to see it.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah.
The other one we watched was Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, which I loved. I thought it was
Great fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Did you watch it because it was in my top 100 or no?
Yeah, I was trying to pick and choose ones that were in your top 100. If you guys didn't know, Phoenix and I also did a thing this week. He sent me his top 100 movies. He sent me his top 100 movies,
What is that?
and then I made a
What?
His biography.
Oh,
So he sent me his top 100 movies, and I made a spreadsheet and marked which ones I hadn't seen, and he tried to guess which ones I hadn't seen, and then he made me a hard drive with all the ones I hadn't seen plus a bunch of other shit. So I've been trying to go through them all.
Right on.
Yeah, I think I'm tapped out. I can't watch new movies anymore because I just don't like them.
Yeah.
no. You can't go
I
to.
haven't seen.
That's the other reason why I don't want to review them is people are just completely disinterested. And if they're going to fucking stream them all, then there's no point in me reviewing them because they're going to fucking watch them anyway. That's the way people are.
Well, I only watch reviews if I've seen the movie. That's how I am.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil.
I used to have kind of a thing going where it's like I'd review a movie, not spoil it, and I'd tell you if it was worth your time or not. But now that I don't go to the movies anymore because the movie theaters are all closed, that part of my life is gone.
Spoilers never bothered me. I don't care.
I don't do spoilers. I try to avoid that shit if possible.
I wrote Revolutions for somebody in film school. I remember.
I take that back, Dick. I'll spoil it if it's really bad.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's because most movies are shit now. So it's like, oh, if you can't figure out the plot, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Like Terminator: Dark Fate. I'm like, if you looked at the poster, you figured the whole movie out. That's how fucking shallow it is.
Terminator Genesis was enough. For me.
Genesize.
That movie fucking sucked.
Yeah, it's pretty
I didn't
terrible.
bother. I stopped watching them.
It's just fucking silly.
I gotta confess,
Fiction, though,
I think I've watched.
good.
I can't hear
Compared-
Richard when anyone else talks.
Sorry.
No, it's
No,
because you're on your phone. You're not on a mic.
Yeah, you're fine. It's my bad. I have a confession. I think I've watched like one Terminator movie all the way through.
Hopefully it was T2.
You're not missing anything.
I don't remember which one it was, to be honest with you. It was probably
It wasn't one of the good ones because if
Watch
you don't
one,
remember it,
two.
it's one of the bad
It
ones.
was one of the original few, but
Watch 1 and 2. Skip the rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 and 2 don't matter. Everything else is garbage.
it was the one. It was the one with the guy who turns into metal and shit.
That's
Oh,
2.
That singles it all.
Well,
out.
Yeah,
that's all too.
I would say.
That is all the other ones too.
You know what series ruined? You remember Richard in school? We went and saw Exorcist, the beginning.
Yes.
I swore off the Exorcist movies since then, and I finally went back just recently and watched Exorcist 3, and I'm like, holy
That's
shit,
great.
I like this better than 1.
That's a
Well,
good
no.
movie. Yeah.
Great. No, Exorcist 3 is a great movie.
I think that even made it to your list.
I'm sorry, man.
The Exorcist 3, didn't that make it to your list, Steve?
Yeah, it's on the like, I don't know if it's on top 100, but it's in.
No, it's not on top 100. I'm looking at it right now, but it's on the next portion.
Yeah, it's debating because I only saw it once, so I don't put any movie I only saw once in there.
Great movie.
He even tweeted it on the LIWTZ reviews.
people are not happy.
Hot take. Exorcist 3 is better than Exorcist, and oh boy, did he start a big battle about that.
Oh, horror fans are nuts, dude. You can't say anything about any horror movie. You can't say that you love it, and you can't say that you hate it, or people will just fucking eat you. The horror fans are the worst.
Hold on, Richard. What?
I love Exorcist 2.
No.
As in the sequel, number 2.
Put that on Twitter. Do
Yeah.
it. Do it right now. Put it on Twitter. It's my favorite.
Right now.
They got a big like hexagram. They're rolling in the hallway for therapy.
People will put a spell on you, dude. That's
Yeah.
how fucking crazy they are. That shit.
I do not use Twitter. That's my one rule. I can't do Twitter.
Oh yeah, it's fucking horrible. It's
I don't
awful.
like it. I hate
You
it.
guys want to start?
Sure.
I just need
I thought we were already going.
No, Greg. Sorry, Frank. What?
I just need to get the volume right through the iPad so I don't blow.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Greg asked when you're reviewing the Twilight Zone saga for your podcast.
You know who they are?
No, I don't know.
Sounds good.
Okay. The what? The Twilight Zone saga?
No, Twilight Saga.
Whew.
Probably not gonna happen, Greg.
Oh,
That's a spicy meatball.
Greg, if you want to do it with me, buddy, just come on with Ray. We'll do it because I actually had to sit there and watch them in the movie theater with her because
Oh,
Only when we've completely run out of content will we go through and.
Oh my god, all my polls closed from my polls today. Ugh. I have to do that shit now.
I'm gonna guess Rip Van Winkle Caper took a big nosedive this week. Or today.
Let's begin here. Let's play the theme song. I'll bring up the brackets here in a minute. Here comes the theme song.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. That's a signpost up ahead. Your next stop, dark territory.
I know she's not deaf or dumb or retarded or anything.
Loiterning in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
You know who they are?
No, I don't know.
Strange type of this neighborhood. And you stay away from them, young lady.
Is that it, boys?
Yeah, man, that's it.
Ain't you got any furniture, any chairs or rugs in?
Man, I said that's it.
Okay, Mac, okay.
We got work to do.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm sorry. The closing things.
Three strangers arrive in a small town.
Hey, Rod.
Black leather jackets in an empty rented house.
Fucking.
We'll call them Steve and Scott and Fred, but their names are not important. Their mission is. As three men on motorcycles lead us into the Twilight Zone.
I'm a Steve.
Other chaps, baby.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW, the Twilight Zone review, episode 175, I believe. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Frank Clementine. Link, squeeze, squeeze.
I'm Jansen Carlin.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Dick Dockett and I dig stars.
You dig stars?
That's from the episode.
Okay. So, today's episode is Twilight Zone 518, I want to say. Is that right?
Yep.
Black leather jackets. The episode that Frank, if you let me indulge here for a moment, let me go off on my own. Frank is really excited to watch this episode for some goddamn reason and kept telling me how great this episode is. And I'm starting to realize that it's, yeah, right, Jansen? Jansen's throwing his hands up like he has no fucking idea why. I think it's because Frank is a masochist like I am, and why I like number 12 looks just like you, where it's like a B movie quality, like how he likes Jess Bell. Because Frank, I can't figure out why the fuck you like this episode. Is this why? Why'd you move the mic? You're on a podcast.
Because I wanted to move it away so I didn't cut you off.
You have no self-restraint, so you had to literally move the mic. All right.
No.
I want you to explain yourself.
I'm not going to explain myself to myself, Adam. No, Adam made me the big screen. That's
why. I got you.
Yeah, Adam, I don't like that. Like, my head's big enough. I don't need to see. I have a big huge head. Anyway, all right. Look,
too much eagle. I don't want to deal with that.
Oh well, then Adam, like, can you just zoom into the hat?
Hold on. Will it help with your confession if I do this?
Okay. So,
does that help at all?
The reason why I love this episode
for those listening, Phoenix just put his eyeball up against the camera.
Go right. You got it. You get your phone. It's easier.
You must get the humans off the planet.
That's pretty good. All right, Frank.
Take
a breath. Take a breath. Frank stammering. Take a breath. And
okay,
yourself in your existence.
Quit cutting him off, Jesus.
That's what I was trying to do.
You're gonna give the man a stroke.
I know exactly what you were doing, so I figured thank you, sir. I was like, I'll wait till he moves his mic away.
All right, fine. Oh fuck, I messed with the cord.
All right, look, you know how I feel about Earl Hammy Danger Jr., right? Or no, Earl Danger Ham. I'm not joking. This asshole's middle name is Danger. Just saying.
Earl Ham Sandwich Jr. Because he's so cheesy.
Yep.
Ham and cheese sandwich Jr.
Dripping out the bun every goddamn episode he writes. This is no different. This is just basically like, what was that horrible shit that Scott was talking about the first time we ever talked to him about some ridiculous, cheesy disgustingness that they eat up in Canada with gravy? That's what this episode was.
Poutine?
There you go. This episode straight up poutine, son.
It sounds like vagina code. I ate that poutine. You know what I mean?
That's poontang.
Yeah. That sounds like a Canadian version of that.
This is like,
or maple syrup on it and you lick it.
Yeah, this had maple syrup, cheese, French fries, and brown gravy all over the goddamn place.
Brown sauce.
It was sloppy and it was this delicious.
Brown sauce on it.
Apparently that's what he said, right? It was like a gravy, like a brown gravy. I never had it. I don't know.
So you like it for the same reason I like number 12 is just like you. It looks just like you. It's
which
so
is the
cheesy.
same reason I like the same one. Yeah, me and you had the same. Like I like that
schlocky bullshit.
Yeah, like it is. Like that's what I like about it. It's schlocky bullshit. That it's just, you know what? Either they're amazing, they're a dumpster fire, and then there's this tastiness of a nothing fuck episode that not even exists. And nobody bat an eye at it, but it does for some reason. And the choices they make to the storyline that doesn't really exist to because it's the same storyline I've seen 1,000 freaking times, and they just were like, they didn't even pay it homage. They were just like, we know it exists. Fuck it. we're just gonna steal bits and pieces from it and make the Adam just. I'm done. I can't. There you go. There's my fucking the reason. Here's a clip after this.
I do.
Not just the TV. All the lights in the house are flickering.
That's what you get, Adam. Keep on fucking with the
leave
screen.
Something on in the kitchen, dishwasher, anything like that?
Dishes are all stacked. TV's still off.
I liked how you blamed the wife immediately.
Did you leave a dishwasher on?
Get your big butt back in the house.
Well,
Better not burn the pot roast.
Here,
Enough to check.
goes to yourself, Wilma. You know,
Hold
it
on.
looks like the
Dishwasher, anything like that?
My mic is cutting out.
Stacked. TV still off.
to find off, bitch.
Might be the aerial wires, Stu.
So-
It slipped loose or something once before.
Well, I doubt if that'd affect all the lights in the
Keep
house.
your
It's easy enough to check.
troubleshooting goes to yourself, Wilma. You know what the hell you're talking about. It looks like the antenna's out. Look from my freaking chair.
Seems all right.
Uh-oh. Ham operated.
Martha, come here a moment. Look, that wasn't there this morning, was it?
No. The Andersons took their antenna with them when they moved.
It's a star of luck.
What?
Who would notice something like that?
They do the radio and television reception.
I don't know what's the matter, but I was listening to my radio while I was studying, and all of a sudden it began picking up these weird voices.
Ham radio operators.
Well, is there anything we can do about it, or we just have to live with it?
Well, there's one thing we can do. We can make sure they've got a license to operate it.
Oh,
You
well, do
don't
you think
need
you
a
should,
license
Stu?
for ham radio.
I mean, those men seem so kind of
I
tricky.
wonder if it's the 3 Negro boys down the street.
You do not need a license to operate a radio.
I would say that Frank's commentary on those clips is probably the best part of them. That was good shit. Phoenix, is your mic fucking up? Oh, he can't hear me now.
He needs new batteries.
Phoenix is having some technical difficulties.
Yeah. His battery went dead in his microphone.
Jansen, why don't you go ahead and talk about
Well,
this
yeah,
episode?
let's just do a round table while we're waiting for him to fix things up here.
Yeah.
I personally, the episode was schlocky. It was good structure. It was nothing unexpected. It was entertaining, but you know, it doesn't really differ from any of my opinions from the previous ones. It was dull to me, for sure. You know, there was not a lot of effort put into it whatsoever. It was telling a story that's like literally been done 1,000 times. So I agree with Frank. I enjoyed it. It was good shit. I don't know why it's Frank's favorite, or if it is your favorite, I guess.
No, not even close to my favorite. No.
Oh, okay. I
Anyway.
I thought it was your favorite, but you were maybe just hyping it up.
I've
No.
had this battery in here for 4 years now.
Whoa.
Oh, hi, Phoenix.
Hi.
Is that
And
a rechargeable?
literally just died? 4
You know
years.
what's funny? I remember when it died 4 years ago.
No, that was the first battery. This is the first battery.
I remember when it happened before, buddy. I'm telling you.
I've only had this for a few years.
You've had the same mic though throughout the internet, right?
Yeah, that's the first battery. That's it right here.
You have to learn how to use your ham radio, son.
It's like when I was growing up as a kid, my grandfather, he was an electrician, so am I, but he had like a 40-foot antenna out back that I had to climb my fat ass up to the top and fix the damn cable once, or pull a new cable. I don't know, but whatever he did, he taught me how to do it eventually. But it was just cool that you could talk to people in Australia at night from South Jersey if you got the right frequency. So I thought it was always pretty cool.
But this motherfucker just tugs on the cable. He's like, nope, looks good. What'd you fuck up in the kitchen, bitch?
She's like, look, the TV is on, and
hate
they show snow, and I'm like, I think the TV is on, bitch, and you don't understand.
I was hoping they were going to melt him with a ray gun. That would have made it worthwhile. Yeah.
He thought,
over right after this is like one of my most favorite scenes of this entire episode.
Which one?
He said the ham radio would fuck up the antenna for the TV, which I kind of get. But why would it fuck with his lights?
Yeah, but it wouldn't though.
It wouldn't.
Yeah, a ham radio
I
would
think
not
what
interfere
they're alluding to on that is that whatever they're doing is drawing so much power, it's causing like a brownout in the neighbors' houses and shit like that. So their lights are flickering out. But
I also like how he's looking out the window and then he goes to the door and goes outside and goes out to the other side. He goes out the wrong side.
Yeah.
The window is looking the wrong way. If you watch the scene in order.
Yeah, and if you don't mind, I'll just play the next scene, because the next scene is like one of my favorite scenes of all.
Let me finish my thoughts and then,
Okay,
and then
okay,
play
all right.
the scene. So my last thought, Phoenix, because you couldn't hear, we were starting kind of a roundtable thing,
Yeah,
but That's all good. But my last thought is that I felt like, if anything, this episode, they should have popped through these things a little bit faster and developed the episode more, because I feel like this episode, what we saw was only the beginning of what this episode could have been. I felt like it dried off and it just dumped us.
I agree. And I wrote, this is the first half of an episode.
Right.
In the beginning, they arrive at a store, cut to them arriving at a home, cut to them arriving somewhere else. And I'm like, why are they arriving 3 times in a row?
Right. And they arrive at the house
so they can
twice.
get their money's worth out of renting them motorcycles.
By the way, they costed a lot of money to rent those motorcycles.
I'm sure they did.
Graham Junior book. Yep.
You can't just ask 3 people who own motorcycles, hey, can we borrow that for 3 hours?
Yeah, these are not the sons of anarchy. These are the dads of slightly disorder. Okay.
By 3 hours, I mean an hour. They're on the same back lot.
These are the beatniks of the Andromeda Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
All right, play your clip, Frank.
Yeah.
Your wife delivered too much liquor.
Not enough.
I'm Stu Tillman. Live over next door. Been having a little trouble over there with my electricity. It fades on and off. Now, you boys don't happen to be ham radio operators, do you? What's so funny?
You down.
Big Daddy wants to know what's so funny.
Daddy?
Who are you boys, anyway?
We are monsters, Daddy-O. We came from outer space.
I have problems with this scene.
Yeah, he's right. He's not lying.
I knew it, Daddy-O, or I'll disintegrate you with my ray gun.
Daddy-O.
Look at this cat dance. Wait a minute.
If you didn't hear me, I go, I'm watching Night at the Roxbury right now.
There's I would say, I would add one more thing to all this, is that the editing was garbage. The editing, there was like several parts of this episode where they would cut and people were in different positions than they were supposed to be, or repeating lines that they had already said, like just there when he yells, "Let me go," or whatever. And then he yells it again and he's in a completely different position. It was just lazy.
It gets so much worse as the season goes on, dude. Wait till Bewitching Pool. The mother said one line. They repeat it 4 times.
It won the first round of the poll.
Did it?
Yeah.
It had to have been like, because it's so bad it had to win, I guess. I don't
know. But
probably because they play it every freaking marathon as the last.
I have a problem with that clip you just played, because they say that they're aliens from space and they're going to evaporate them with the ray guns, and then later on they give that youngest brother shit for, you're going to tell them our plans. I'm like, you just did to the first guy you met.
But that was being facetious, Daddy-O.
Yeah. Facetious, but they also
Then they brainwashed him.
Yeah, they
mentally raped
in a beat. Well, they told him in a beatnik or beatniky, like run. You know.
I know what you're saying, but beatnik and greaser are very different.
Or
why are they the same in this episode?
Or beatnik and normal.
It feels like it was written by somebody that's very old that doesn't understand the difference between the two.
Yeah, Earl Hamner fucking Jr., dude.
A guy from Kentucky or West Virginia or whatever. Let me bring this up right now, or let me continue on what Adam just said and what we're talking about, Earl Hamner Jr., because fuck that guy. And I posted a thing, a little like, what's your favorite non-Serling writer on the Twilight Zone? I had Charles Beaumont, Richard Matheson, Earl Hamner, or George Clayton Johnson. Richard Matheson swept away, which he should have.
Yeah.
Charles Beaumont's number 2, which he should have. But then, this is where I get some fucking issues. Number 3, Earl Hamner Jr. with 9.6%. And then George Clayton Johnson only got 1.9. I completely fucking disagree.
Are your listeners retarded?
I think
they just don't know who Earl Hamner Jr. is.
Wait, hold on, Dick. Have you met the panel?
That's just what I
He writes the stupidest episodes that all have harmonica and the harmonica song they play in the Twilight Zone.
Remember how he insisted that he had to have a sing over during Jezebel? Dude,
Oh God, that song is terrible.
because in case the episode wasn't so complex enough yet,
He didn't want a voiceover. He wanted a song that is a voiceover instead of like, and Jezebel moved. He's like, and Jezebel moved. She turned into a fucking.
It was Jezebel.
Jansen, skip that fucking episode.
Is that a later episode or is that an older episode?
Season 4 episode, dog shit. I don't know.
Towards the endish. In the
Well,
scene.
I have a button there I can click.
However, it is the only episode in the entire 165 episode run that Serling did not have an intro or outro or anything during that episode.
I commend the man for that.
Well, he should have done it more.
407 Jezebel has a 7.3 on IMDb. I gave it a 4 apparently.
I gave it a 10-9 or something.
10 out of 9? What the fuck math are you running?
My own.
Do you think Rod Serling hated that writer?
No, he hated George Clayton Johnson apparently because he just got rid of him.
They didn't get along because George Clayton Johnson wanted to write George Clayton Johnson wanted to write Serling's intro and outro, and Serling was like, "Fuck you,
Adam." Pull up something for me. George Clayton Johnson is the Alan Moore of the Twilight Zone writers. Pull up pictures of both of those guys. You'll get it immediately.
So he's the Maggie Gyllenhaal of Twilight Zone writers.
He's got like a big ass beard down the here. He looks like a crazy person, like Alan Moore. He's just like,
So he looks like a chick with a mustache.
no. You'll see the
Look
picture.
up.
There's George Clayton Johnson.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
Alan Moore.
chick with that is definitely Maggie Gyllenhaal.
He looks like Alan Moore mixed with the country singer. What's his fucking name?
Kenny Rogers.
No,
No,
not the one who wrote
Willie Nelson.
Stoner
Willie
guy.
Willie Nelson. Yeah,
This looks like the guy from Poltergeist too. God is in his holy temple.
or
Adam, pull up Alan Moore.
Carol Ann.
Pull up
Alan Moore. Yeah, I know what he looks like.
I know,
I'm gonna pull him up though. Yeah, I'll pull him up. Hold on.
Bring up Alan Moore and Maggie Gyllenhaal's picture.
The
same.
They have a picture together?
Well, you could do it if you
Or
put
is that
Alan
side by
Moore
side?
here and Maggie Gyllenhaal here. They look the same, and I think their boobs sag the same way too.
I want to see Alan Moore in The Secretary. Where he gets fucked over a desk.
I was really happy she was the one blown up.
There's Alan Moore.
Oh, goodness. Hey, it's Jack Black.
Person?
It's Jack Black.
That looks nothing like Jack Black.
Have you seen Jack Black lately, sir?
Maggie,
That's Jack Black.
minus
It
300.
looks like Charles Manson.
Put some black glasses on that man right there to the right. That is Jack freaking.
This looks like the guy that goes to every concert and says, "Oh, play some Freebird, man. Play some Freebird."
He looks
Yeah,
like the guy playing.
and he's at a hip hop concert, and they're like,
Yeah, he's
Kanye isn't a Freebird, sir.
"We
This
don't
fucking
know
awesome.
who you are here, sir."
Look at that middle black and white image.
Yes, that's a good pick.
remember when Skinner played the Garden back in '7?
That black and white pic, that's Charles Manson.
Look at that middle black and white.
Leonard Skinner.
Okay.
Of Alan Moore.
I'm Alan Moore. I don't like anything they make of me.
That's
I am Jesus of Nazareth.
that is George Clayton Johnson right there.
I could have been a Beatle.
So let's talk about the episode because we have not discussed it at all.
I am the product of the CIA committing horrible testing.
Man,
Can
I bet you he's a big Frank Zappa fan. That's all I'm
He
saying.
looks like him. But Greg has had some great ones. He said Earl Ham Radio Jr. and then Fat Manson, which is cute. But the episode, let's actually talk about it. They move into the neighbor's house. It's kind of like Fright Night or Rear Window. You know, they're both
The
kind of Burbs. Yeah.
The Burbs.
Only that's more, Boo Radley shit. But
The greatest walk down three steps after getting blown up in a house ever.
the Burbs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cut your hair. I like it.
And it's got what's his name in it?
Tom Hanks?
No, her dad, Bruce
Stern.
Bruce Dern, who's in a John Frankenheimer movie. Black
He
Sunday.
was.
You know I had to get there, and I
This
did
guy
it.
cannot go through an episode without bringing up Frankenheimer.
I've noticed that. It's like
You want me to?
with Red Letter Media with Star Trek, you know.
It's like he's playing that game where you have to make the connection of who's in what movie to get somewhere.
With John Frankenheimer.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about.
It's like the Kevin Bacon game.
Do you remember my collection of John Frankenheimer movies, Richard, in film school?
Yeah.
I still have it. It's still massive.
Yeah. Can I say like?
You were excited as pigs in shit. We found second set Amoeba.
I have it on Blu-ray now. And it's awesome.
There you
I
go.
made Frank watch it at my birthday last year.
Oh,
It was great.
God, poor bastard.
No, I liked it a lot.
I'm probably really good. It's fun. I don't know.
I enjoyed it. You know.
I have one, The Island of Dr. Moreau on DVD.
No,
Not a good John Frankenheimer movie.
Yeah, Sean Connery.
I did that just to get a reaction on the Phoenix.
No, it's a bad movie. I can't deny that.
That's why I have it. Bad movie guy. Hello.
Reindeer Games is better, and that's not saying much.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Reindeer Games is great.
No.
Oops. Sorry.
Ronin is great.
Who?
Ronin with Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
That's John Frankenheimer.
That is good.
That's a good movie.
I just,
Anyway, I don't want to make this John Frankenheimer hour. Who am I kidding? Yes, I do.
do.
But let's talk about the episode a little bit more.
I will make you a jingle soon, sir, and this will be your, Pwn MS3 TK thing,
which I have tattoos of MST3K.
Yeah,
I don't bring it up.
But yeah, because the Pwn's done it already.
We're gonna come back.
Well, we're
next week
going
and
to
he's
come
gonna-
back to that. Yeah.
We're gonna come back next week, and he's gonna have John Frankenheimer tattooed on his ass.
Nope, on his penis.
Yeah, with like chopsticks pointing at us saying, "You want some more?"
Yep. And then we're all going to sing John Jacob Frankenheimer Smith. His name is my name too.
I know a good idea when I hear one. And Adam, penis tattoo.
Holy shit, you're a madman.
I don't know. I can't afford that much ink though.
If you get John Frankenheimer tattooed on your penis, I'll get John Carpenter tattooed
you
on
should
mine. It's a
probably
deal.
talk to your girlfriend about. I think you should probably talk to your girlfriend about that before you make the decision.
Shit.
So, are you a John Frankenheimer fan? Because you're going to become one.
Coming inside.
Wait. That's a good question. Have you subjected her to John Frankenheimer yet?
John Franken in her Heimer.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Have you put the Franken in her
joke.
Heimer?
That's a half joke. The ingredients are there. Go ahead and mix up your own batch.
Serious question: how does she like shadow play?
Oh, thanks for bringing it up. She liked shadow play, which is what he said. It was kind of broken up. I don't know if you guys heard that. I showed her shadow play last night after this episode. This one, she wasn't that impressed, which I don't blame her because fuck this episode. Shadow play she liked, and she's kind of watching it. She's like, "It was a good episode." That's all she said. And I didn't want to poke any further. I don't want to get any criticism, so I just ignored it. I soaked it in. I was like, "Yes, she liked it. Yeah, my precious." But then
surface level.
I noticed one thing in shadow play I never noticed before, Frank.
What's that?
It's your favorite episode as well. When the guy that works for the media comes over to the district attorney's house, right? Comes over his house, pours the shots because he's already drunk.
Mm-hmm.
He pours.
There's
a district attorney, the media guy, and the district attorney's wife. He
And
pours 4 shot glasses, and I go, "Oh, one's for Adam, not you, Adam, but the guy in the episode.
Yeah,
the guy's gonna die." And I go, "Oh, I never noticed that."
That's very good. I like that.
Yeah, I was watching. I'm like, "Oh," and she's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "No, it doesn't matter. You're not gonna get it."
How many times have you watched that?
50.
Yeah, and you're still finding different things about it.
I bought that box set, Richard, in film school at Amoeba. I bought all 5 box sets for Twilight Zone when we lived there, and they were $70. Do you remember that at all?
Yeah, back when the DVDs they were expensive as hell.
It was $70 per season per collection. There's 5 of them.
Well, remember Matt Carner when he bought X-Files on DVD and it was like $100 a season?
Yeah, and there's 10 seasons of that.
And you can buy the whole season, like the whole series, for $20 now.
or you can watch it for like a monthly stream on Netflix. I think.
Yeah, and you're fine there. But I also met Guillermo del Toro there in Amoeba.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't
Cool.
say anything to him because we're like, I don't know if he knows English.
No, that's exactly.
Why didn't you go up and say anything to him?
We didn't know if he knew English.
We'll find out.
That's another one of those guys that I like listening to his commentary because he's a pretty funny guy, and I don't know if it's intentional or unintentional, but listening to him talk is pretty funny.
This was right after Blade 2.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's just the Blade 2 commentary was the last one I listened
We were
to.
like, hey, Guillermo del Toro, let's not
Well,
talk.
he was with his friend from Blade 2. The
Was he?
Spanish guy, he's a comedian. The bald guy who gets killed in the fucking M Palace at
I
the end.
don't remember that movie at all.
Oh, well, shit. That's who he is.
Blade is one of those franchises that got better with every single installment.
Except for Blade Trinity.
I like Blade Trinity.
You mean worse? You mean worse?
Are you ready to die, motherfucker?
Which one had Ryan Reynolds in it?
Blade Trinity.
That was the best one. Yeah.
I liked it, Frank. I do. I'm one of about 5 people that like that movie. I don't care.
2, 3.
1, 2, and then there's 3 other people somewhere.
Hey, it's enjoyable.
So black leather jacket.
Leather blades.
No, because by that one, Blade finally stopped taking himself so goddamn serious.
Some
Well, that's
motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
That's the movie where Wesley Snipes refused to open his eyes, so they CGI'd his eyes.
Nothing surprising. Wesley Snipes is one of those guys you could tell me anything, and I believe
that's 100% fake fact.
Wesley Snipes would not film anything for Blade Trinity until he stomped on a squirrel's head. Isn't that crazy?
I mean,
every shot he's.
If you're talking about Christopher Walken, I believe it, but
it's in his contract.
Wesley Snipes has John Frankenheimer tattooed on his penis.
Oh,
It's true.
Squirrel.
Wesley Snipes does, huh?
How can you tell?
Motherfucker was trying to ask him uphill.
I killed him.
He's done. He left.
Oh, it's over.
He put his hero on Wesley
Straight up left.
penis, Adam.
Welcome to Loiterning In Wonderland Twilight Zone review. I'm your host, Jansen Carlin, and I'm going to be taking over this episode.
You needed more booze.
So next, Jansen, the bus just misses her, and so but here comes her knight in shining armor in a spaceship / fucking bobber. Right. And this is when Phoenix skips the glass and goes right to the bottle.
I've had the bottle here.
Getting the milk straight from the cow.
I mean, I remember we did the episode where he's just glug, 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 glug.
Nah, that doesn't sound familiar.
Whatever it was red.
What are you guys talking about? Someone mentioned Frankenheimer in a disparaging way, so I walked away.
I was trying to do a callback, and apparently it didn't work.
You put his hero on Wesley Snipes' penis.
Yeah. He was in prison for a while. So probably was something else. Not Richard Donner.
God, we're so far off topic. It's not even
McKiernan
funny.
who went to prison.
What's that?
I said we're so far off topic. It's not even funny.
You mean my own topic?
No, let's fuck that show. Let's talk about the
Black leather jackets.
Oh, Richard's doing he's doing the thing.
I think it's Rich's turn to talk about black leather jackets.
Let me just catch us up. I'll go through the plot, then we can fuck around again. Bikers show up. Girl next door has the hot downstairs wets for them. Her father's like, don't fuck them. Don't fuck all 3 of them at once. It's weird. And then we see next door, they walk in. They have like 2 little cages or whatever the fuck they are. I thought they're like freezers. Apparently, they just hold computer monitors. They're talking. The dad, like we heard in the clip, the TV's going out, the electricity's going out. He blames it on the fucking wife who's making a roast or some shit, and goddamn her for making a roast and burning out the electricity. And he goes next door, gets mentally raped by the bikers who admit that they're aliens, and then later on go against the brother who might have said that they're aliens, even though they already said they are. Scott, the eye actor, he's like, he just acts with his eyes. That's all he did. starts to fuck around with the younger girl, and in like 3 days they fall in love. He goes to anal park with her, and they what?
It was 5 days.
5 days.
Yes.
But they went to anal park, so that's a good 5 days. And they start talking on a gazebo, and meanwhile the brothers are talking on a computer to an eyeball, and for a while they're just like poking buttons and staring at it like it's a monitor, but there's no monitor there. I'm like, what the fuck are they staring at? And then finally the eyeball comes on. They talk to him about how the other brother betrayed him, how they shouldn't trust him, how they can proceed with their plans. They go to commercial break, and then it comes back, and then they continue to talk about the exact same thing. And then it cuts to them at like fucking the other park, backdoor park, where the fuck Scott and the young girl are. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They keep going to the same gazebo that is in a park on the other side of the library, apparently.
Oh, butt sex gazebo. Gotcha.
Yeah, anal park. She missed her 3 a.m. bus. He comes out of the house, what looks like 3 a.m., and she's like, and then he's like, pulls up on the Harley. I'll give you a ride. She's like, good, the library. I'm like, why is the library open either this early or this late?
And
hours of this library are insanity.
I love when she asked, do I get on the back? And I'm like, no, on the handlebars, you stupid bitch.
I get in the back. We're going to anal park, bitch.
Right here in between me and the handlebars, baby.
You sit on the peg. You enjoy it. Yeah. And then they ride off. But then they're dating, and they're apparently fell in love in 3 days or 5 days, whatever Richard said.
Which they show nothing about that.
Yeah.
They show like one conversation, and all of a sudden they're in love.
It's a clip show episode.
Yeah.
They show him laying in a blanket in the park, and they're talking, and she's like, you talk like you're not from here, and you make me feel like an idiot. I gotta go. And he's like, all right, and he takes her home, and he talks to his brothers. They're like, you're out of the fucking alien pact, whatever the fuck it is. I knew you were too young. And then he goes next door, and he does like a fucking Cyrano de Bergerac thing in her window, like tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
And jump in the bush, and they're like, we totally see you, Scott.
And then, like, what's the song does he start playing at the window with the boombox? Right?
In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel.
That's it. In Your Eyes. Yep. He starts playing In Your Eyes at the window.
I forgot. I also watched side comment.
Did you want to say anything?
No, I watched
And what are you gonna say?
Fuck the John Cusack movie.
Say anything?
High Fidelity?
High Fidelity, yes. That was
a good movie.
That was a
Good
good
one.
shit. Sorry, back on track.
It's a good movie.
Now I want to talk about
I loved that movie. I thought it was great.
It's a good one.
High Fidelity is a great movie.
Cosby sweater.
Gross Point Blank, though, has Dan
I
Aykroyd.
thought it was funny that they mentioned the Cosby sweater and then the girl from the Cosbys is
Yeah. For a little bit, yeah. She's there.
Mrs. Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Back on track. Sorry to pull us off there.
No, you're fine. She goes and she's like, she runs downstairs and she's like, Dad, he's going insane. We need to get him help because he's mentally lost his mind. And he's like, immediately like, we will get him help because he's mentally lost his mind. And gets on the phone with the sheriff or the deputy, who has a framed picture of the sheriff on the wall, which is weird. And he's like, the sheriff isn't here. I'm the deputy. Can I help? And he's like, my neighbor says he's a space alien. He's like, I will be right there. It's so wooden.
I knew exactly as he said he's out of town or whatever. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. He's with them.
I said the same thing. It's so cliche.
And then, just in case you didn't catch on, he dropped a keychain with the little symbol on it.
Well, he's holding another bullshit. A camera clip angle bullshit is that he's twirling it, and then the camera pans in, zooms on it, and it's a different shot of a different angle of him twirling the same goddamn thing. I'm like, why? Why did we need that?
The laziest symbol they've ever created for this show.
Yeah, it looks like an hourglass with a diamond in the middle of it.
Diamond, yeah.
It's the fattest. It's the fattest bolt of lightning I've ever seen.
Richard, what were you saying?
Oh, it was just like squiggly lines or some shit.
Oh, it was so lazy.
It was bad. Yeah.
And then the sheriff shows up, and he's like,
"Oh, hold on,
he needs."
Can we talk about their fucking headgear?
I'm so happy that you brought it up.
Their eye protection, bro. Listen,
While we're looking,
Just because we're advanced alien life forms on planet Earth doesn't mean we don't need good eye protection. Okay,
that's like SPF 1000 for those things.
Hey, look, like when I had a bike, my glasses, they had foam behind it, so it made like a solid seal around your eye, because that, the wind gets in there and it makes your eyes tear so bad you can't see.
They remind me of a cross between swimming goggles and the ones you go when you go to like a sun tan.
Yeah, what's ridiculous about this is these are legitimate goggles that people actually wore. They're not just props for the show.
They are?
Yeah, no, I've seen these before. I've seen these before.
They look like cheap props.
Bikers would wear them all the time back then, for the same reason I just told you.
No.
Yep.
Did they also make their footage all blurry? Because the entire opening sequence of this movie is this episode is entirely blurry.
That's just because they were bleeding money at this point and couldn't get the right camera equipment.
Yeah, that shows.
Plus, in real life, real life isn't too blurry.
They're shooting on their back lot. There's no reason for it to be blurry.
It's Earl Hamner, dude.
That's a writer. There's no reason for this to be blurry. Like,
he
did you guys notice it? So blurry.
I would not put it past him. Say, make sure this looks like shit.
Play the harmonica or else.
I know. If there's nothing Southern fried something in there, I'm quitting.
Tarantino?
Don't put anything Southern fried in here. Hopefully he quits. This is the 8th fucking goddamn 7 episodes. How?
I don't know. I don't understand how he kept working on the show. But they show up, the Scott, before the cop shows up, he talks to the eyeball and he's like, we need to give up because people have compassion. They're loving, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead and play it.
Sweet.
Richard's talking to the eyeball.
Yeah. Yep. There you go.
Please listen to me.
You may speak.
What we're doing is wrong. We should save these creatures, not exterminate them. It's true they murder and hurt one another and are subject to unreasonable hate and prejudice, but these are only the brutes, and you find them in any race. Most of these people have the capacity for love. I know it.
Our research disproves that. They are a world of angry, frightened people.
No, I tell you, they learn love from their God and teach it to their children. There's more of love here than hate. There's no need to kill them.
It is too late.
Not if you order them to stop.
Were you a defector? A traitor to your own people?
No, I'm not.
A traitor.
Gentlemen? Yeah. Deputy.
Very narrow-sighted.
Yeah. Who are they interviewing? Like death row inmates? I don't know.
It's like, what research did they do?
It feels like they just arrived at this town and go, they're all shitty, bye. Like, seems like everyone's pretty nice. Like, the guy was shitty to his wife about the electricity. That was it.
Then again, if you remember what Stephen Hawking said, if aliens ever land here, we're just like an anthill.
Or Dan Aykroyd.
Him too.
I don't imagine there'll be enough. What do you say? He doesn't think aliens will help us because after 9/11.
Yeah, 9/11.
The man's insane.
They won't buy
insane
vodka, that's for sure.
Have you listened to his interview with Rogan?
No.
Oh my god, it's a fucking shit show. You got to listen.
Yeah, I did. No, I did. I did.
I like Dan Aykroyd. I don't want to watch it because I don't want to hate Dan Aykroyd.
It's no, you won't leave it hating Dan Aykroyd. He just word vomits, and it's like a train wreck that you just can't take your eyes off of. Like he just talks and talks and talks, and it's all consuming. It's crazy.
You guys,
I can relate to that.
I have Ghostbuster stuff all around the house. Jansen, you've been here. Ghostbuster stuff galore. He's my least favorite Ghostbuster.
Yeah. And he wrote the fucking thing.
I'll take Ernie Hudson over him.
No, he did. Did he? No. I thought it was Dan Aykroyd wrote that. I thought
Dan Aykroyd wrote it for sure.
I thought it was Egon that wrote it.
No,
well,
he came in
Harold
after.
made it good.
Yeah, Egon made it good. Yeah.
He wrote this much.
100-page script called Ghostbusters, and Harold Ramis and Ivan Reitman go, "You're fucking nuts. Give us the script. We'll rewrite it, just like Blues Brothers." John Landis said, "Danny, you're fucking nuts. Let me rewrite it. And he did. He made it better because Dan Aykroyd is certifiably crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and he goes in depth in that interview too, where he talks about like he wanted it to be much more. He wanted it to be more serious, and that was like his ultimate goal because him and his entire family were so into the whole alien perspective and like all that shit.
Nothing to Lose, the movie he directed and wrote, is fucking god awful. But the original script for Blues Brothers was this thick, and then John Landis is like, "What the fuck you doing, man?" And they whittled it down to like a script format.
An actual script, yeah.
Where they're like, "Oh God, no, get rid of this shit."
Yeah.
and
good idea, bad execution.
And then, Bill Murray showed up at the last second and was high on coke and just said lines. But he's my favorite one.
It made it great.
He makes the movie even better.
Yeah,
that's all he has to do. He just has to show up.
That's true.
Yeah, Bill Murray's
a dick.
I mean, there's a scene burned into my head with him doing a spin in the middle of the park. He doesn't have skates on. The other guy does, but he doesn't. But hey, why not?
Why not? Cocaine, that's why.
Yep. Fucking cane.
It helped Bill Murray's career, killed John Belushi.
Well, John Belushi, he's just green and vomiting.
That's true.
Oh, that's right. Slimer was John Belushi.
Slimer's John Belushi in those movies.
That's just like a not a great nod to his legacy.
Well, I'm under the impression that if John Belushi never died, he would have faded away as a footnote like Dan Aykroyd.
No, I think if John Belushi was still alive, he would have preferred to see Slimer. Said, "Yeah, just make him like me. It's funny."
I think John Belushi would have had a horrible career after Continental Divide because I read about when he died. He was going to do. He had no choice but to do a movie about he was a grown-up baby. Like that was the movie he was going to do next, and he was depressed, and that's why he did an 8-ball that he didn't wake up from.
It's weird because there's 3 in the row of John Belushi. There's really 3 people that are on the same track, and I think you know where I'm going with this. It's Belushi, Chris Farley, and then the new one is Artie Lang, and somehow he's held on. I mean, Artie Lang's obviously not up to snuff for those guys, but he's somehow held on to living, and he's the worst of the 3. But
I thought you were going to say Richard Pryor, to be honest with you.
What?
I thought you were going to say Richard Pryor.
No, Richard Pryor. That's different. These
completely
guys
different level. Yeah.
Severe drug addicts.
And Belushi wasn't?
No, not on the same level.
Fair enough.
He got clean. He just got real bad Parkinson's.
Yeah. The drugs didn't help his situation. But those guys are like reckless and they're waiting to die. Those 3 guys. And the first two died at 33. Like there's no accident that Chris Farley died at the exact same age that his hero did. I don't think there's an accident there.
Conspiracy. They're both on an island someplace with Biggie and Tupac.
Just fucking no. They're all dead.
It's called Epstein's Island.
Oh.
Just
I
like
just watched that episode 1 of that series that they came out with. Oh my goodness! Like
quite amazing.
I haven't watched it yet. Is it good?
It's interesting.
It's a whole lot of pimps that are chicks and a nasty dude that walks around in slippers. That's all I've seen.
Who's the nasty to walk around in slippers? Is it me? Oh,
yeah,
it's Epstein.
Oh well,
that makes more sense.
No, right. Similarities. I mean, when I saw it, I didn't immediately think of you, but now I will.
Okay.
Black letter Epstein's.
Yeah, because this chick is either 16 or 30. I don't know.
That's my sweet spot.
I think she's actually a robot. She's a fucking robot. She's not a real person. Her lines don't come out of her mouth like a human being should. I was waiting for the twist where she's like an alien.
Okay, so then that's 2 prior Twilight Zone episodes that this is smushed together. Then it's
actually it's not even that. It's not even that.
It might be if you let me finish there.
I'm sorry. I haven't said much this episode, but it's cool.
No, it's okay. God.
Frank finished.
You were discrediting my point before my point was made.
You guys gonna fight?
I mean,
Frank, finish. Come on.
I'm only 20 hours north of you, mother. You're all dry.
Oh,
Kidding.
Only 20 hours.
I'm kidding.
I maintain my rage.
No, what I'm saying, it's Monsters Do on Maple Street, and then Phoenix. What was that episode? And see,
Shelter.
No. The other one where their daughter was the robot.
Oh, time.
Something like that. Those two episodes.
Time Not to Last?
No, that's Burge.
No, that's right.
Yes. No,
Okay.
that's Burge.
Something- Oh God, what was that?
I don't remember,
It
but I
has more
know.
time in it. I have a button here. Let me click it.
I think it's like early season 2.
It
Like
is season 2.
episode 6,
What is
maybe.
it?
We'll say-
Continue. Or silence. That's
All
cool.
I'm saying is it's that episode and
Lateness of the
Monsters Are
Hour.
Doing Lateness of the Hour. Yeah, it's Lateness of the Hour and Monsters Are Doing Maple Street smushed together in no story whatsoever, no structure whatsoever, and it's thin as fuck. And then it ends.
I feel like we're about to see Dick's dick. He just walks in the frame.
No one's seen enough of his eyes.
Just slaps his phone camera.
Okay, okay. So then, after I made my point, Adam, what were you gonna say?
No, that's all right. I don't care anymore.
Nothing matters.
Another good point made by Frank. Thank you.
Sorry, somebody else can go. I'll save my opinions for later.
Another house that is overwhelmed by wallpaper. There's so much goddamn wallpaper. It's just like a self-improvement of Salvador Ross.
Oh God.
I think that was the same. Wasn't that the same set as the one where going to the cornfield, Timmy?
No, it was actually it was the same set as let's see, I Sing the Bioelectric.
No.
Where is everybody? Yeah, it was the gazebo in the park in the center there.
The gazebo. We're talking about the house. The house is actually the
Well,
first time I see
the
this.
house is there somewhere. I mean, it is a set, right?
I think it was in that Tales From the Crypt
Why would
episode.
they use two different sets to shoot one shitty fucking TV show? They would use the same set. I'm just saying.
No, it doesn't look the same though. Like that one set that they have in 15 episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
90 Years of Slumbering and Young Man's Fancy. They all have the same set.
What, a hallway?
No, the house is the exact same. Ring a Ding Girl. All those have the exact same setup.
Ring a ding.
Stairway in the back, up the stairs in the farthest shot.
Oh yeah, and then when the kid wants to fuck his mother, right?
Yeah, he goes upstairs and he fucks his mom upstairs. He's
Yep.
in a Brazzers video and he goes up there and he fucks her and then
Highly recommended, Jensen and Adam. Catch up with that one.
Black Leather Brazzers.
don't watch it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Look up mom porn and you'll see it there.
Yeah, they went to the zoo by going up the stairs and into the bedroom. They went to the zoo.
It's called Young Man's Fancy, and he fancies becoming young again so he can breastfeed from mommy.
Yep. At age 13.
I'm not
Bizarre
kidding.
or Twilight Zone stuff.
Yes. That's my answer to that. Yes. It's fucked up, guys. Do not watch that episode.
Wow.
The Fugitive and what's the rape? What's the one where he rapes a baby into the girl after he drugs her?
Rod Serling.
No, it's an episode title. That's season 1, I think.
Wow.
But he drugs her and he has sex with her and he's like, she's too clingy. But he already banged a baby up in her after he drugged her. It's fucking terrible.
Oh, the last episode of season 1, you mean?
And it's not the last. But
Is that the one where the
Really close though, right? The second to last, maybe third.
the Chaser, that's what it's
Yeah.
called. I just thought of it. The Chaser. He rapes her. There's some bad episodes of Twilight Zone, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's all we're getting at there.
This is why I love this episode, because it's like it's really bad ones. So it's like when you get something like this, it's like there's a lot of meat to it, and it's funny that there is, since there's nothing else to this episode but just.
But you were so adamant about watching it.
Meat and cheese, and I loved it. This episode was delicious.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Can I
Would
say
you like to hear what Mark Zickery says about it? You know?
No.
Oh, okay, it was good.
No, is Mark Zickery positive? Richard, go ahead.
it's
No.
very simple. It's a simple episode. It's almost too quick. It's like commercial break 1, he's in love with the girl next door. Commercial break 2, he's a mental case. Commercial break 3, the aliens have destroyed everyone. It's like, what the fuck? That was quick. It's very just all of a sudden, like, oh, we'll teach you later, son. We'll teach you. We'll take good care of them at the end of the episode. And then the night before the invasion, and that was the end of the episode. It was like, wow, that was crazy.
It's the first half of an episode.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Frank, we'll get to you in a second here for Zikri's. I just want to say, I completely agree. That's part of my notes is Scott shows back up and he's like, he gets taken away by the cops.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Rod being like, motherfuckers are dead. Good fucking luck, Earth.
Yeah.
You're like, oh God. Well, and literally both of us that were watching it go, that's it?
Yeah.
It's like Adam. It reminded me, Adam, Frank, we were both, all three of us were for Steel. I had the exact same reaction where I went, that's it? Steel. It ended with a robot fight, and then he gets he's beat up, and it just ends. And we're like, that's the first half of an episode.
I still say they should have waited a day for the shipment from Philly.
Yeah. Get some parts, get some oil, I think they're looking for, right? In that episode.
Whatever it was called, oil something.
But Adam, didn't you feel like it was half of an episode for Steel and this one, or
actually it's more than that, because like I was with you guys when I was watching this. I was like, okay, it's not so much that the script is bad or really the editing was the worst. It's just that it is very flat acting, very flat story, very flimsy, very predictable. And then as I was watching, I'm thinking, okay, this is a 5 out of 10, right? So I look on IMDb. All right. IMDb, as you can see here, since you're listening to this, has a 6.4 out of 10, which I think is a little bit too high, but not too far away from what I was initially thinking about. Okay, it's a 5 out of 10. Then I got to thinking about it some more. I'm like, I know this story. I fucking know this story. And I'm going to play a trailer. And I know you guys hate it when I compare these to movies.
No.
But this episode came out in 1964. I'm going to play a movie that came out in 1959. And I can show this because it's public domain, if that gives you any hint as to where I'm going with this.
I already know what you're talking about.
You're still salty.
No sound.
I don't think you need it.
No,
I don't think I want it.
It works without it. This
Yeah,
is
it does.
10,000 times more terrifying.
Yeah.
That bitch got thrown. Also, Children from Outer Space.
Well, you seen this movie.
What?
This is an MST3K movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Hey, turn a guy into a skeleton.
I'm
Driving.
just mad that they killed the dog.
I couldn't believe that.
I've seen this.
They
Great.
kill a fucking dog in the trailer. It's like the first scene in the movie is they murder a dog for no reason.
PETA would have a field day with this.
Look at their uniforms. It's not far off from black leather jackets. Like literally the uniforms. This trailer is like nonstop moving though.
Same uniforms from Little People.
It is. It looks they're in the same.
This trailer has all of the exciting moments of the movie.
That's the same cave from Rip Van Winkle Caper.
It really is.
All right.
And
Yeah,
there's the same rim from 100 yards over the rim.
I've seen that movie a dozen times. Because
it's a Mystery Science Theater episode. And just to be sure, I pulled up that Mystery Science Theater episode and I started watching it. And sure as shit, it's the exact same fucking first half of the movie. The younger alien falls in love with a younger woman, decides that the whole invasion is a terrible idea because he's fallen in love, tries to convince them otherwise. But then, as you mentioned, Jansen, there's this whole other movie afterwards. There's like more action, but that's essentially the same plot. Everything that happens afterwards is him trying to actually stop the invasion. And
he's more successful though.
He's a little bit more successful. It's a little bit more action packed, but it's a terrible movie, obviously, because it is, public domain. The guy that wrote it actually went insane and decided that he was Jesus Christ. I actually looked that up in Wikipedia. I pulled that up too. I actually did research on this because it was bugging me. All right. So yeah, Tom Graff later went insane and was convinced that he was the second coming of Christ. It's actually in here somewhere, but I was trying to find a connection to see if there's anybody that wrote this story was part of this movie, and there isn't any. There's no connections whatsoever between this movie and Twilight Zone, other than it's the exact same fucking story, which means that Twilight Zone is the plagiarizer in this case. So that lowers it to a 3 because plagiarism is not cool.
Yeah.
What's kind of funny, Adam, is I had the same exact thought. I was thinking about this episode, and I was thinking about another episode from MST, which is very similar to this as well, is Space Children. And remind me kind of a twist between the two. And obviously, it's more closer to Teenagers from Outer Space, but
yeah, it's the same damn thing. It's like Twilight Zone. I realize that this season's kind of like nobody gives a fuck, but when you're literally lifting a public domain movie as your source material, come on, man.
It's the same plot.
Exact same thing. I'm watching, I'm like, wow, they didn't even try to hide it. It's like the only thing that's different between the two is for some reason there's motorcycles and black leather jackets, which really don't fit into the doesn't really mean anything. The fact that they're wearing black leather jackets or ride motorcycles, it doesn't have any commentary on society or talking about the rebel youth or anything like that. I think they just put in there just so they couldn't get sued for plagiarism. That's my theory anyway. So 3 out of 10.
Adam, there's a
who did the fart noise?
Okay. I just want to say, like, Rod Serling, probably got sued 30-40 times for plagiarism throughout this run. Right?
Okay. That I did not know, but
yeah, and he talked about it during a lecture to a bunch of writing students at one of the free colleges over in Berkeley, I think it was.
I think that was UCLA.
Yeah. So it was one of those two, and I think Tom Elliott's Twilight Zone podcast played it, and I'll send you the podcast so you can hear it. And when you hear Rod talk about the whole plagiarism thing, he makes a whole lot of sense on why a lot of these stories are kind of the same. Yeah. And once you hear what he says, you kind of go, okay, that makes more sense. You know what I mean? But that's why I said, like, in the beginning of this, like, this is literally like a bunch of different stories that have been done 100 times over.
But the thing is you would expect them to like do something interesting with it. It's okay if you like recycle a certain part of a story, but if you add a twist to it or make it some kind of a commentary on something, which I know Rod Serling liked to do quite often, not in this one. No, this is literally just the plot of an old science fiction movie. Here's our episode. Enjoy it.
When you hear what Frank's talking about, though, you kind of go, oh, okay, because it's. I mean, I'll agree. I'm kind of in between you guys, like as always. Where I'm like, I kind of think I know exactly what you're saying, Adam. Where it's very similar to it, and I was thinking the same thing when I was watching.
I was saying that about Steel. Like, the movie Real Steel is the same as the Twilight Zone episode we're watching, but that came out like several years after Twilight.
Real Steel is based on that script.
Absolutely, but this, Teenagers from Mars came out in 59, and Black Leather Jackets came out in 64. So
but you got to think how unadvanced sci-fi writing was at that point. It's a fairly basic story, but the similarities come with like the uniforms and their talks about the plans. But the problem is, ironically, is Teenagers from Outer Space is better. And
yeah,
it's so terrible.
It's not a good movie at all.
I want to hear what Zickery says, though.
And I'll just say this is also Dreamcatcher.
Yeah, that's true.
Frank loves Dreamcatcher.
I hate that movie.
Premise was an alien trying to get to the water supply to kill the Earth. I mean,
yeah, that the water supply end of it. Yeah.
You feel me, Jansen?
Sure, totally. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Richard, have you seen Dreamcatcher?
No.
RedDragonsRadio.com. Red Dragons Radio.
Dreamcatcher. We're almost done here, guys. Go ahead and read what
It
Zigzag.
has its ups and downs, but it's Morgan Freeman. How can you go wrong? Morgan Freeman and Tom, what's his freaking name?
That's the movie that you have a bunch of people over and get fucking high as shit or drunk and see how long you can last watching that one. Dreamcatcher.
It goes from bad shit nuts left to bad shit
So
nuts.
bad. So
Dreamcatcher
bad.
does nothing for me.
It's so bad.
I
It
love
makes me laugh, that's for sure.
I like a lot of the actors in it. It's probably
I do too,
great.
but yeah.
That guy from that Claire Danes show.
Oh, that's right. The British guy.
What's his
I
fucking?
I haven't seen it. Phoenix, is that on my list?
No, because I wouldn't put it on there.
Oh,
I
really?
would. I definitely.
Damian Lewis.
Damian Lewis. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, because
What's that show called?
it was Lieutenant Winters from Band of Brothers was in it.
It's got a great cast. I'm not gonna fault on that. It was an interesting movie, and then suddenly it
It's
was
got
like
Donnie Wahlberg in it.
And obviously Timothy Olyphant, my huge man crush, is in it too.
it's got one of my two favorite Wahlbergs in it.
You can't go wrong with Donnie Wahlberg, dude.
Who's
No-
the worst Wahlberg? The guy that runs the Wahlburgers. What's that one?
The one who's not.
Jorge
famous?
Wahlberg. I don't know.
He's not the famous one. He's like the third brother.
Yeah, he's the ugly one. That's the problem.
Malcolm Wahlberg.
Worse
Malcolm.
than Donnie.
Donnie at least has resemblance of his brother Mark.
Speaking of Saw movies,
Oh yeah.
problem is Donnie Wahlberg was huge when we were kids and New Kids on the Block, and suddenly Donnie Wahlberg didn't mean shit after they quit.
It's a very short career. Like the typical span of a boy band singer's career.
No, but Timberlake is still around and doing fine.
Timberlake's one of the very, very few that transcended, man.
By that you mean only.
The only, yeah.
I would say,
Donnie Wahlberg.
Well, Mark Wahlberg transcended into something different, but
He was a
you
boy
know,
band though. He was just on his own. Marky Mark.
he was his own boy band.
and the Funky Bunch.
Excuse me, a little superstar named Leif Garrett.
I know that name.
You don't know who Leif? Oh,
MST movies.
70s, man. That's 70s.
Yeah. He would do anti-drug ads on TV. That's Leif Garrett. Go look him up.
So
Who named their kid Leaf?
Leif Garrett.
Joaquin Phoenix's real name.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same person that names their kid River Phoenix, Jansen. That's the same type of person.
The Children of God cult.
Yeah.
Wait, Joaquin Phoenix isn't his real name?
River Phoenix.
I would keep River. That's great.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hockey.
Ethan Hockey.
Is it really hockey? Because I mean, I don't know.
He would have been.
Anyway, all right. So Zachary has something to say about it, and then we'll wrap it up because I think Jansen's just about had enough.
I'm good.
Get my head off of the freaking screen.
I woke up at a reasonable hour today. I'm just saying.
Gotcha. So, all right, Black Leather Jackets might more aptly be titled "The Wild One Meets It Came from Outer Space." The episode is filed. Okay. The episode is filed with wild implausibilities, such as the fact that these creatures attempting to blend into the background as much as possible so they can there. Then there's the although he has what the fuck, Zachary? Naturally,
You want me to grab my book?
no, I got it right here. It's the last line. Naturally, with nothing more than his slightly hysterical word to go by, the young lady assumes he's crazy, and our well-meaning but stupid young invader is hauled away. That's it. So they were stupid invaders. That was just a clash of two different movies, and yeah. And then he named two other movies.
They showed up. They got nothing accomplished. Scott showed up, did some eye acting toward the bland bitch who spoke like,
She was so bad.
She was
But
so
then
bad.
again, the mousy girl from Teenagers from Outer Space is the same character, just different ugly haircut.
And she got nothing accomplished. They had minimal conversation. It needed to be an hour, but even then I'd be pissed. But it resolved with Earth ended. Bye, guys. I'm Rod Serling. Outs, bitches. Have fun with your ultimate destruction by water. every Batman movie or Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man sequel. Have fun with that shit. The water supply's tampered with. Bye.
This has to be by far, Rod's worst ever intro and outro
He
attempt.
did not give a shit
No,
about the intro and outro of this episode. He did not want to leave his apartment.
it was so obvious.
So bad. I wish the season 5 didn't exist. I hate to say it, but it's true. I wish it didn't exist.
I'm starting to dread watching them for sure.
There's some good ones coming up.
Okay, good.
It really
Good.
is. You're paying the price to see the good ones, and then you'll
Because I like Salvador Ross. That was a nice little refreshing break in between the stinky episodes for me, at least.
That's what I mean. You got to get through the turkeys to get to the gold. That's all.
And some of the ones that you guys hate, like I don't mind. So it gives me a little bit of hope, at least.
Back up, Frank. What the fuck did you just say?
I said you got to get through the turkeys to get to the gold.
What the fuck does that mean?
Phoenix, think about it. A turkey is a bad episode, in my opinion. And then,
Don't you know, Jansen? You have to stomp on the grapes to get the bacon.
Exactly. I mean, that makes perfect sense.
To do with gold.
I know what he's saying. I don't get his like Earl Hamner Jr. phrasing, but there's some bad ones, and you got to get through them to get to like it's like Mask is coming up, Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge.
Yeah, Mask is. I mean,
I'm just fucking with you.
Jeopardy Room, Encounter. I like Mr. Garrett in the Graves a little bit.
Yeah,
that's it for the rest of the season.
You got to kill a few turtles to get some Cadbury eggs.
and then we'll have a blast with the just destroying Bewitching Pool, because that's a good god.
It's Tales from the Crypt, guys. We got to fuck a bunch of shitty episodes, and then eventually we get to the Cindy Crawford one or the Kathy Ireland one, or whatever we said.
Why don't we?
You'll never draw that one.
The Tim Roth one, perfect example. There you go. All right, outro.
What's
Portrait of an American family on the eve of invasion from outer space. Of course, we know it's merely fiction. And yet, think twice when you drink your next glass of water. Find out if it's from your local reservoir, or possibly it came direct to you from the Twilight Zone.
So either way, you're fucked.
Twilight, Richard Matheson provides us with a tour de force and suspense and the unexpected with a show called Night Call. It stars one of the most eminent actresses of our time, Miss Gladys Cooper. And it poses the kind of question that arises when a telephone keeps ringing and you realize that the caller has not been on Earth for a number of years. I hope this intrigues, because I think the show will. Next time out, Night Call.
AKA Long Distance Part 2.
Yep.
Only,
But that's what the boy.
Yeah. No, Long Distance is the boy, yeah.
Yeah, long distance little boy. One's, yeah.
Long Distance is stupid. This one's a little bit better. So it's one of the rare examples of them doing it better. It's not on video, which is a good sign.
Yeah. And it's not the grandmother trying to kill the kid.
Yeah. She tries to lure him in the pond outside in like their little fountain to kill the fucking kid. And who is it? It's in the first one. What's his name? Why can't I think of it?
Oh, it's Moomy.
Yeah, Bill Moomy. He's
Yeah.
in the first one. This one is just an old lady sitting in a bed talking down the phone. But it's somehow better. But a couple things I want to get through, a little homework we're going to get through here is go check out the Twitter poll we're doing for a bracket for the end of the series episode. I'm calling it the end of the series. What I call it? I already fucking forgot. It doesn't matter. Go check it out. Go vote. We're doing random shit on there. And I guess we'll get in the plugs. Oh, sorry. Real quick. This is my other part of my homework I want to get to. Is next week we're going to be doing the first 2 episodes of season 2 of 2019. I apologize to you guys if you're on there. If all 5 of us are here, I apologize to 4 of you. And I expect an apology from Jordan Peele. I know I'm going to get it, but I'm going to request one on Twitter. I'm going to request it. I really am. And so we'll do that next week, live at the same time, same station, that sort of shit. Plugs. Let's start with I don't know, Adam.
RaidersLostFlix.com, where I review bad movies, and we also have a live show every Friday night where we watch a bad movie together, and I let the audience score it. We score it. We talk about it afterwards. It's a great time. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times every Friday night on this YouTube channel.
LIWstudios.com. Check out the shows there. Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. We're also streaming there on Twitch. Loitering in Wonderland. Where else are we going? YouTube, LIW the TZ review on Twitter and Periscope. We're also streaming live, and then we're also going on Facebook, which is my personal profile, Phoenix West. Richard.
I have my 2 novels on Amazon Kindle, The Monster Monroe. Put in Richard Pierce to get it because you won't. And Another Night, Richard Pierce, because you won't get it otherwise either, because they fucking don't care about me.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Jansen?
Red Dragons Radio.
Okay. Frank?
I'm really digging my man Jansen. I'm a plug Jansen.
Parrot.
He's gonna plug Jansen.
Thanks. Please don't plug me though. I think that'll be painful.
His plugging and your plugging are very different definitions. I have a question, Richard. Do you think this is the Christopher Reeves episode?
I think it is.
Oh, what's cooking? That sounds like that, right?
I think it is.
I think it's the Christopher Reeve cannibal episode.
Yeah.
Good. That sounds great. Sounds
a good-
wonderful.
I'm looking at
It's not going to be a painting episode.
It's not going to be a painting episode.
You could eat them, then paint them. We don't know. It
Stop.
doesn't seem that far off.
Stop.
It
I
does
mean-
have Judd Nelson.
Tim Roth painted with blood. Maybe
So did Sandalay. Sandalay had Judd Nelson. No, it's Judd Reinhold. Judd Nelson is... Which one's Judd Nelson?
Judd Nelson's the guy from the Breakfast Club.
Okay, thank you. There's 2 Judds. That's Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold, who is not a legal judge. Actually, I think he is now. I think he actually became a judge.
Only act in cases of Axel Foley.
He was only in Fast Times at Ridgemont High
and Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah. The third one was the best one, by the way.
He played a New Orleans man in Zandalay. Fucking terrible. Anyway, we did everybody, right? So any parting words of wisdom on black leather jackets? Anything we missed? Anything you guys want to bring up?
I think the theme of the episode was pussy gets you killed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
I learned that you have to sit in a few pies before you can drink from the fountain.
It's true. But sometimes you got to take a few steps forward to, take a shit.
Turkeys are cold.
You gotta get to the point.
I don't recognize. They're Southern fried enough that I don't recognize them. Sometimes you gotta sift through the shit to get through some turkeys.
It's just reminds me of the bartender from Boondock Saints.
Exactly. We're mixing our metaphors here.
They
All
all-
right.
yeah,
Get out of here. Next
all
week,
good.
2 episodes of 2019 Twitter or Twitter Zone, which is what I call it. Jordan Field Twitter Zone. It looks like it's an episode called 8 and an episode called Small Town. They're only on Wikipedia, the titles, and not on IMDb. I don't know why, but they are. But Joel McHale's in the first one, Damon Wayans Jr., David Krumholtz is in the second one. I'm looking forward to that second one.
I'm looking forward to the first one.
Comedy?
Huh?
Is he attempting a comedy on the second one?
No idea.
Oh,
David
man.
Krumholtz is great. He's very understated comedic
It's
actor.
a comedy on the first one. It's Joel McHale.
Joel McHale. And then, ironically, the last episode, Jillian Jacobs. We got a community all-star mashup.
Yeah.
I am so glad I will not watch any of those.
6 seasons in a movie.
I'm not looking forward to it. I'm being honest with you.
Me either.
I have reserved hopes. I hope it's better than you all think it's gonna be, but we'll see what
Frank, you and I are the only one that watched all 10 episodes of the first season. How are we thinking? Real quick.
I'm scared.
Me too. No, it's perfect. I'm scared. That's the poster tagline for season 2. I'm scared.
Quick question: How are we doing that again? Are we watching before together?
We'll talk about that after.
Okay, fine.
So until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Frank Lake.
I'm Jansen Carlin.
Adam Wilcox.
Dick Dockett.
I can't take you seriously when you do that. So long, citizens. All right. Stop the live stream. Bye-bye. So long.
Oh, I thought there was like an outro or something, an outro audio clip.
No, we already did that. We talked
Oh, okay. I lost track. Bye, everybody.